ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ಲಾ? ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಯಾರೋ ಬೀದರಿಂದ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಏನಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಅವರು. ಡೋರ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡಿ, ಇದು AC ದೊರಗೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ. ಫ್ಯಾನ್ ಬೇಕಾ? ಸೌಂಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರಿ? ವಾರ್ಮ್ ಓಷನ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಓಷನ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದೊಂದೇ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ? ಅಟ್ಲಾಂಟಿಕ್ ಓಷನ್. ಅಟ್ಲಾಂಟಿಕ್ ಓಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಾರ್ಮ್ ಯಾವ್ದು, ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಯಾವ್ದು? ಅಂಡ್ ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಓಷನ್ ಹಾ ಹಾ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಹೇಳಿ. ಓಕೆ. ವಾರ್ಮ್ ಓಷನ್ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಓಷನ್ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರೀರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಓಷನೋಗ್ರಫಿಲಿ ಇನ್ನೆರಡು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸಾಲಿನಿಟಿ. ಅದೆರಡನ್ನು ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಜಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿ ಹೋಗೋಣ, ಓಕೆನಾ? ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಜಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿಲಿ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ 5 to 6 ಮೇಜರ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿ ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದ್ರ 2 to 3 ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇವಾಗ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಓಕೆನಾ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಫಿಸಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿ. Indian location and physiography. Second major topic is Indian river system. Third one is Indian climate. Soils of India. Natural vegetation. These are the 5 major topics in Indian. This is physical geography. I'm speaking about physical geography. Okay. In Indian physical geography, we have these 5 major topics. Okay. Apart from this, you have to read human geography. In human geography, you have to cover population, migration, settlements like urban, rural settlements, minerals, agriculture, industry, transport and other quaternary sectors. All these topics which are not dealing now, this human geography part, compare. When you tell ma'am which is most important and which is question area, this is most important. Okay. In this, physical geography is an important question area. In that also, these 2 chapters, the physiography and Indian river system, has more weightage. The questions often come from these 2 chapters. Okay. Later on, you also see questions from these, but comparatively, these 2 are very important areas. Okay. Apart from that, human geography, we have population, migration, human settlements. In that, we have urban settlement, rural settlement, minerals and their occurrences, ores, where are they available in plenty, agriculture, industry, transport, and other quaternary sectors. Quaternary sectors like your education system, that all comes in quaternary sectors. Okay. This is the broad overview of Indian geography. You want to write this? You wrote? Okay, then. What's the last one? Transport. Oh. In this chapter, first chapter is just an introduction towards India. Where do you think India is located? Where it is? India. Which continent does India belongs to? It belongs to Asia. It belongs to Asia. Okay. Sorry. India is a country located in, specifically saying, it is a country located in South Asia. Okay. Then, when compared to world landmass, how much area is India covering? Means it covering about 3.28 million kilometer. You should know this wording first, this fact also, because in some group C questions like PCPSI exams, they will ask. Okay, what is the size of India? It is 3.28 million square kilometers. Actually, kilometer square. This is the area. Then, what may be the position of India in the world? Do you think India is a large country or a smaller country? Based on its size, if we rank the countries according to 1, 2, 3 and all, what may be the position of India in the world? It is fourth largest. No, it is actually seventh largest country in the world. It is actually seventh largest country in the world. Apart from this, what you have to know? You have to know latitudinal and longitudinal extent of India. Now understand what is latitude and longitudinal extent of India. Yesterday I have been to class or they informed before. ಹೇಳಿದ್ರ ಮುಂಚೆನೆ ನೀವು ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗೆ ಬರೋಕ್ಕೂ ಮುಂಚೆನೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಾ? ಹಾ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರಾ? ಓಕೆ, ನಾನು ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನೆನ್ನೆ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಡೆಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೆ. ಲ್ಯಾಟಿಟ್ಯೂಡಿನಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಟು ಸೌತ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಇದೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾಂಗಿಟ್ಯೂಡಿನಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ದ ಈಸ್ಟ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ಟು ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ? ಎರಡು ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ, ಯಾವ್ದ್ಯಾವ್ದು? ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಟೂ ಮೇಜರ್ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ? You know, don't. These are nothing but your Andaman Nicobar and your Lakshadweep Islands. These are the two major island groups of India. When we compare the latitudinal extent, in the Andaman and Nicobar, we have the last point that is at 6 degree 8 minute latitude, and the topmost is 37 degree 6 minute latitude. We have 68 7 minutes east, and yeah, are you new joining? No. Okay, okay. You want to be the, that's the girl, you want to be the for your vacation and all? Okay, chal. It's good you have come for new lesson. Actually, it's a second major topic of geography. Settle in 1 minute. And wait. Your name? We have completed with world geography, major portions of world geography. Then we are moving towards India. Today we have started with Indian geography. In that, First unit is India's location and physiography. Okay. In India's location, we are located in South Asia. We are located in South Asia, whereas the area extent is about 3.28 million kilometers square. Aerial extent of India is 3.28 million kilometers square, whereas compared to its size, among its size ranking is 7th largest in the world, and latitudinal and longitudinal extent is what are we dealing now. Okay, clear. In latitudinal extent, we are taking from this southernmost point, which is located in Nicobar, this Andaman and Nicobar Islands. We are taking, this is the lowest latitudinal level of India. Okay, highest point we see that in the Ladakh region, which is 37.6 minutes north. We are located in the northern hemisphere, hence we denote it as north. In other words, this is the world. Imagine this is the globe, which is the latitude which divides Earth equally. 0 degree latitude is known as, you have to say, 0 degree latitude is known as, I have given 3 names for that. Equator? Can it be called equator? Okay. This is called equator. Okay. Above this equator, our country starts from 6 degree 8 minutes north. Is this clear? The location of India is a northern hemisphere. In that specifically, northeastern hemisphere, where we are starting from 6 degree 8 minutes north and ending at Ladakh at 37.6 minutes. Okay. Easternmost point of India is located in the Gujarat region, that is 68 degree 7 minutes east, whereas this one, westernmost point is this one, easternmost point is 97 degree 25 minutes east. Okay, it is located in Arunachal Pradesh. This is the major locational information regarding to India. Okay. Does India have maritime boundary? Maritime boundary is nothing but that does it has coastline? Yeah, from where to where? It is starting from Gujarat till West Bengal. We have coast. Okay, this is the coastline of India. Okay. Then in northern land boundary, how many countries does India has its border with? Good. Come. Pakistan, good. Nepal, good. Then China, good. Myanmar, good. Very good. Yeah, we have a little border with Afghanistan. One more thing is left. That's it. Okay, let me say that. It is Bhutan. The country which you left is nothing but Bhutan. Don't take anything now. Later on, you can take the notes. Okay. Here we have Pakistan. Western border is with Pakistan. Here, only a bit of our Ladakh is joining to Afghan. Okay. After that, we have China. Here we have Nepal. Here we have Bhutan. Here we have Myanmar. And here we have Bangladesh. Okay, is this clear? Then we have land border with two nations. What are these two nations? Maritime border with two nations. One is Sri Lanka. The other one is here. Yeah, it is an island nation known as Lakshadweep is in our country. Island nation near to the Lakshadweep, it is known as Maldives. Now, these are the major country where we have land border with these nations and maritime border with these two nations. What is your work? What you have to do? Do you know the states of India? Which all the states we have? Yes. Just make a list of states. Okay, starting from Union territories also, including Ladakh and Jammu and Kashmir. Just make a list of states. Then take out your map and know which are the states bordering Pakistan, which are the states bordering Afghan, which are the states bordering China, which are the states bordering Nepal, Bhutan, and Bangladesh. You do this work yourself so that half of your country will be toured by yourself. Okay, half of the country will get to know what are the states, how are they located, and how many borders they have with how many international borders. Such borders are called international borders. Okay, these international bordering states you should know and you should understand. Suppose, for example, here we have Sikkim. This Sikkim has international border with Nepal, Bhutan, and also with China. This is very strategically located. Such places you locate and you just understand how international border works. Okay, this is your homework. Okay, then I have one question left in this location lesson. Among all the international borders, which country has the longest border with India? Among all this, be it Pakistan, Afghan, China, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangla, and Myanmar, think which country has long border with India? You both take a guess, that's it. Sorry? Pakistan. Pakistan has the largest boundary, longest boundary. No, it is not Pakistan. It is Bangladesh which has longest land boundary with India. Okay, because Bangladesh is submerged, almost half of it located inside the Indian country. Actually, Bangladesh has the longest land boundary with India. Okay, that is the major overview of India's location and its neighboring countries. Where is India located? It is in which continent? Yeah, Asian continent. In that, South Asia. We are located in South Asia. Okay, take down land area and coastline. India spans about 3.28 million square kilometers, which is in the total world, which is about 2.4% of the world's land area. For which exam you are preparing? Yes. Okay. SSC GS you are covering here or all the SSC like maths, reasoning? Especially history, geography. For GS you joined here. Okay. Okay. Then we have coastline. How many kilometers of coastline? Coastline is nothing but the area which is bordering the sea. Okay, coastline. In mainland India, we have 6,100 kilometers. From here to here, we have 6,100 kilometers. Whereas when we take these island groups also, we have 7,517 kilometers of coastline. When we cover this circumference, okay, taking all these together, we have 7,517 kilometers, including island groups. Take down with the coastline of 6,100 kilometers on the mainland and 7,500 kilometers, including island groups. Okay. Then take down longitudinal and latitudinal extent. First is latitudinal extent. Latitudinal extent. Since latitude and longitude chapter is not covered, we write latitudinal extent like these three. First, we write it as degrees. Second, we write it as minutes. Third, we write it as seconds. Okay. We mark latitudes and longitudes in the same fashion. Latitudinal extent is 6 degree 8 minute north to 37 degree 6 minutes north. Longitudinal extent 68 degree 7 minutes east to 97 degree 25 minutes east, which is in Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, now listen to me for 2 minutes. You should know some of the important points at the ends, okay? This is the southernmost tip of India. It is known as Kanyakumari. Where is Kanyakumari located? Have you heard of Kanyakumari? Is a famous tourist place. Where is it located? In which state? No, it is in Tamil Nadu. Okay, Tamil Nadu. We have a southernmost tip point called as Kanyakumari. When they asked you about mainland tip point, it is Kanyakumari. Okay, whereas this is the southernmost point of India, which is known as Indira Point. Indira Point, it is located in Nicobar Islands. Okay, Andaman and Nicobar, we have Indira Point, which is the southernmost tip of India. Then in Ladakh region, we have northernmost tip called as Indira Col. What is the northernmost tip point of India known as? It is known as Indira Col. It is located in Karakoram range of Ladakh. Clear? If someone asks you what is the southernmost tip of mainland India, what will you say? Yeah. What is the southernmost point? If they ask, you have to take this one. Indira Point. Okay. For your reference, you just know from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh, the longitudinal extent is 2,933 kilometers, whereas latitudinal extent from this to Kanyakumari to Ladakh, we have 3,214 kilometers. We have this longitudinal extent, this extent, what we call as vertical extent, is higher than comparatively horizontal extent of India. Oh. Then we have one more important topic called as Tropic of Cancer. Which degree latitude is known as Tropic of Cancer? I use this word many a times, Tropic of Cancer. Which degree latitude is known as Tropic of Cancer? Huh? Good, you are near. 23.5 degree latitude is known as Tropic of Cancer. Then we have this Tropic of Cancer running across India. This is very important latitude, which is Tropic of Cancer, which is running in the mid of the India. You have to know which all the states that comes in Tropic of Cancer. First one is your Gujarat. Next we have Madhya Pradesh. Then we have Chandigarh, Chhattisgarh. Then we have Jharkhand, West Bengal. Here we have Tripura and Mizoram. Okay, is this clear? These are the states which are part of Tropic of Cancer. Okay, these 8 states you need to know. One is Gujarat, second one Rajasthan, third is Madhya Pradesh, fourth is Chhattisgarh, fifth is Jharkhand, sixth is West Bengal, seventh one is Tripura, and eighth one is Mizoram. In the order also you should know, you should remember all these 7 states. In option they will provide which among the following states are not part of Tropic of Cancer. Okay, or they will give some options and they will say which is the part of Tropic of Cancer. You should know all the states which are part of Tropic of Cancer. Okay, take down. Tropic of Cancer passes through the country and divides India into 2 equal parts. Two equal parts. It passes through. Take down from this order. We always read from left to right. Take down from Gujarat. It passes through Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Tripura, and finally Mizoram. Okay, clear? Then you write down land neighbors of India. Land neighbors of India. That is with whom we are sharing international boundaries, land boundaries. First one, Pakistan. Second, Afghan. Third, China. Fourth, Nepal. Fifth, Bhutan. Sixth, Myanmar. Seven, Bangladesh. Okay. In this, just leave a page. You write Pakistan. You just write the states bordering Pakistan. Then Bangladesh. You write states bordering Bangladesh. Okay. This is your part. Okay. Except few states, we have other states bordering either for maritime boundary or for other countries international boundary. There are only 7 states that do not share any international or maritime boundary. These are first one, Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh is in the center of the India, which do not have any land boundary or maritime boundary with other nations. Second one is Chhattisgarh, which is almost near here to the Madhya Pradesh. This is Madhya Pradesh. This is Chhattisgarh. Jharkhand, which is slightly above this Chhattisgarh. Here we have Jharkhand. Haryana. Here we have Haryana. These states does not have any land border or international maritime border or land. Okay, make note of this. In any exam, if they ask, for example, in some few examples, in some exams they will provide few options. Okay, in that they will provide few states. Which among the following state has border with Madhya Pradesh. They will ask such type of questions. Be it Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, or Haryana. They will ask like this because these are the 4 states which have largest number of states surrounding them. Because we don't have any international border, these states have largest number of states bordering them. So the questions like these type of questions come from only these 4 states. Okay, just make a note of this. Except Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Haryana, all states share international or maritime boundary. Okay. Then we have one more important concept. Okay. In latitude, we have reference point called as 0° latitude, which is known as your equator. This 0° is known as equator. Okay. Similarly, in longitude, we have reference of 0° longitude. Since this chapter is not covered now, it is difficult for us to explain. Just I am going for basic. There is one 0° longitudinal line similar to your equator, which divides the earth into northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. Do you agree with this? Equator divides the earth into northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. Okay. Similar to that, we have 0° longitude, which runs straight from North Pole to South Pole. This is called Greenwich Meridian Line. The name given to this line is Greenwich Meridian Line. It passes through a place called Greenwich, which is located in London. Where is this Greenwich located? It is in London, UK. Okay. This is the reference point among all the longitudes. What is the importance of Greenwich Meridian in the sense? This Greenwich Meridian, this 0° longitude, which divides the Earth into 2 equal parts, one as Western Hemisphere and the other one is Eastern Hemisphere. Equator divides the Earth into South and North, whereas this longitude, 0° longitude, divides into Western Hemisphere and Eastern Hemisphere. Okay. Saying so, why these longitudes are important? What may be the importance of longitude? You don't know this, I will tell you. The places which are located on this entire length of longitude experience same time. They have same time in a day. Okay. What is the importance of longitude is, it is very much important to determine the time of a particular location. In the same way, we have many longitudes which are coming towards the east of this 0° longitude. We name them as 1° east, 2° east, like this we name them. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, like this we name. West, we have west. Okay. Then we have India located here. Okay, this is the location of India. It is located in which hemisphere? Eastern Hemisphere of Greenwich Meridian. Okay. What is the longitudinal extent of India? You have mentioned that before. It starts from just 68 degrees. Oh, 68 degrees. Here it ends at you are giving the ending one 68°7. It starts from 37. It starts from 37°6. Okay, this is nothing but a longitude which is Like this, if we draw parallel lines to this line, the 67th line is where from India starts, okay? And the 68th line is where the India ends. Similar, in that fashion only, we have one important line, which is 82 and half. Okay, we have this line. It is 82 and half degree east. This is very important line for India. This is our standard meridian. This is our standard. Standard is nothing but we take this as a reference point to determine the time. In India, we take reference of 82 and half degree longitude to determine the standard time of India. Indian standard time. Have you heard of this? IST. We say it as Indian Standard Time, IST. IST IST. This is IST, which is ahead of Greenwich Meridian Time by 5.5 hours. Okay. What does that say? It says means, if for example, you are in London, if you went for any trip for London, if you have the time in London as, take it as 12 in the noon, 12 o'clock, okay? 12 o'clock in London, you will experience 12 o'clock plus 5.5, which means 5:30 in India, 5:30 p.m. in India. Okay, we are ahead of Greenwich Meridian by how many hours? 5 hours, 30 minutes ahead of Greenwich Meridian. You should remember this also. Is this clear? Okay, take down. Standard meridian of India. Standard meridian of India. 82.5 degree. 82 degree, 30 minutes east. Longitude. 82 degree, 30 minutes east longitude defines the Indian Standard Time. Indian Standard Time. Okay. It passes through a place called Mirzapur. Here it is the spelling. It passes through a place called Mirzapur in UP. Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh. We take that as a reference point. Okay. Then you just write down this formula. IST is equal to GMT plus 5 hour 30 minutes. Okay. You also know the states. Hello? Hello? Sir, class. You also know the states through which this 82.5 degree longitude will passes. Okay. The first state is UP. It is passing through UP. Till here we have it. Okay. Then we have Madhya Pradesh, MP. Then this is Chhattisgarh. Then we have Orissa. And we have Andhra. All these states, across the states, this meridian will passes. What is the location where it starts? It is in Mirzapur, UP. Okay. So in some textbook, you will also find Allahabad. Allahabad, which is also true because it is very much nearer. Okay. Mirzapur is the exact location where we take it as a standard. Take down. It passes through UP. It passes through UP. Chhattisgarh, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, and Andhra Pradesh. From now on, you need to know which states where they are located. Okay. Just I will tell this in 1 minute. You just go in your home and you just work there. Okay. You should know the borders of each states. Starting with the first one, which is now converted as Union Territory, which is Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. Okay. This is J&K region and this is Ladakh. Below that, we have Himachal Pradesh. This state is known as Himachal. Then we have Punjab in the west. We have Haryana. Next to Punjab, we have Haryana. Near to Haryana, we have a small union territory which is known as our Delhi. Delhi, officially it is called as National Capital Region, Delhi. Okay. Then we have the large state of our nation, which is not the largest, it is large. Okay. UP. Then we have UP. Next to UP, we have Bihar. In the westernmost part, we have a large state known as, this is Rajasthan. Then we have Gujarat. Then we have Madhya Pradesh. Next to Madhya Pradesh, you have Jharkhand. Then you have West Bengal. Okay, this completes our North India. In southern India, we have a small union territory of Daman and Diu, Dadra and Nagar Haveli. Okay, these are the small union territories which are located next to Gujarat between Maharashtra and Gujarat. Then we have Maharashtra. Here we have a small state called as Goa. Then Karnataka. Andhra is divided into which state? Good. This is Telangana. You are very much near to that. Then you have Andhra. South we have Kerala and Tamil Nadu. In Tamil Nadu, we have a union territory called as Pondicherry or Puducherry. Okay. We are left with Odisha. This is Odisha. Then we have this. These are called as northeastern states or called as sister states because they have similar fashion, be it climate, be it their tribal attires and all. We call these as sister states. You need to know them very specifically. First one is Sikkim. Sikkim is very strategically located. It has 3 international borders. Okay. First one is Sikkim. Then we have a larger one known as Assam. Assam is the largest among all sister states. Then we have Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur. This is first Nagaland. Second one is your Manipur. Then we have Mizoram, Tripura, and Meghalaya. This completes all your state. You need to know their location. In sometimes they will ask the question like this. If you are traveling from Karnataka to Himachal or Karnataka to Ladakh, you are traveling or you are having a bike ride from Karnataka to Ladakh, what is the shortest distance in which how many states you will cover? The shortest distance is something where we cover less number of states. Okay. Say, for example, here to here, we have to travel Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Himachal and Ladakh, we can go. But in the option, they also cover Karnataka, Maharashtra, Madhya, Rajasthan, Haryana, Punjab and we can reach Ladakh here also. You should know the location of states so that you can easily arrive at the answer. Okay, from Karnataka to Ladakh, while going here to there, we can go through UP so that we can cover less number of states. We can cross less number of states. Like this, the question will come in Group C exams. You should be aware of each states and their location. Clear? Then we have 2 major island groups which are also our union territories. One is Lakshadweep and the other one is Andaman and Nicobar. Then we have a simple concept called movement of Indian plate. Before going to this concept, let us revise something we discussed before. Continental drift theory. Have you heard of this? At least Vishwanath. Who given this theory? Propounded by? It was propounded by a famous theory propounded by it was given by Alfred Wegener. Okay. For you, I am saying this again. What is this theory states in the sense? It says entire continental mass of Earth is in previous geological time scale, it is joined together forming a supercontinent known as Pangaea. A supercontinent known as Pangaea, and the entire oceanic region is called as Panthalassa. Okay. After few million years ago, million year after that, it will divide. This Pangaea will divide into two parts. One is known as Eurasia. The other one is known as Eurasia. Another one is known as Gondwana. Okay. Entire Pangaea is divided into two parts. It will split into two parts, and one move towards the north and one move towards the south. One moving towards the north, it is called as Eurasian plate, whereas the southern one is called Gondwana plate. India is part of this Gondwana plate. Okay. After few million years after this, even this Eurasian plate and Gondwana plate, they split into many other plates. They split into many other continents, forming the present day map. This is the theory of the present day map or present day continents are distributed across the world. Okay, this is a simple theory. Then next you tell me, India is part of which plate according to that theory? India is a part of which one? It is a part of Eurasian plate or Gondwana plate. It is a part of Gondwana plate. India specifically saying Indian plate is given named as Indo-Australian plate. Okay, this is Indo-Australian. The Indian plate includes peninsular India and parts of Australian continent. Okay, about 200 millions after that, the Pangaea, when the Pangaea began to broke, we today known as India existed as a large island off the coast of Australia. When the Pangaea, which I said, no, Pangaea and Panthalassa, this Pangaea broke down into two major mass in Gondwana. When Gondwana broke down, it formed many small continents. In that we are part of Indo-Australian plate. Okay, this Indo-Australian plate moved. It moved towards northern hemisphere. See, 71 million years ago we are here. We are almost near to the equator. Okay, after 55 million years ago we moved. Sorry, before 71 million years ago, we are in the southern hemisphere. Okay, this is when the Gondwana split. When the Gondwana split, we are in the part of southern hemisphere. 55 million years after that, we are near to the equator. Now we are near to the equator. Later, the India shifted north, and today we joined to the Eurasian plateau, forming a landmass, important landmass here, which is known as, what is the landmass formed between Indo plate and Eurasian plate, which is an important landform, the first landform feature we are discussed, the first major landform. What is that landform? We discussed three major landforms, right? One is mountains. Second one, plains. Third, plains. Okay. In this first landform, we have got here is mountains. What are these mountains called? The mountain just near Indo plate and collision of Indo-Australian plate and Eurasian plates called as. What are our mountains called? Good. These are called as Himalayas. Okay, how Indian plate is moving, you understood? How it moved? In the geological time scale, it moved from southern hemisphere to the northern hemisphere, crossing our equatorial region. Okay, then this completes your location and location of India chapter. Then we have physiography of India. Before moving to that, you just make note of this one. Movement of Indian plate. Done. Take down few things which are important from this slide. Let's have 2 to 3 minutes of break before starting this session. Today we have a long session of 4 hours. 4 hours, 15 minutes. 6:15. 6. Oh. Tomorrow morning we have class, okay? Are you free tomorrow morning? You will come back. Where are you going? Sorry? At 6 today. Sorry? ಜಾಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ನೀವು? ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ. ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾ? ಹ್ಮ್. ಹಾ 6 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಎಷ್ಟು ಗಂಟೆ ತನಕ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? 6 ಇಂದ ಡೈಲಿ 5 to 10 ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಓಕೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇರೋದು. ನೀವು ಟೈಮ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೊರಡ್ಬಿಡಿ 6ಗೆ. ನಿಮ್ದೇನಪ್ಪ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ನಿಮ್ದು? ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ? ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಯವರ ಗುಲ್ಬರ್ಗದ? ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಜಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಚಾನಲ್ ಇದೆ. ಲೈಕ್ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ ಮುಂಚೆನೆ, ಓಕೆನಾ? ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ SSC ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡೆಪ್ತ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಸಾಕು, SSC ಸಾಕಿದೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಜಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ. ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಜಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿ ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ನನಗೇನೋ ಕೆಲಸ ಬಂತು, ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ. ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಜಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 15-16 ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಏನೋ ಇದೆ, ಈಚ್ 1 hour. ಯಾವಾಗಾದ್ರೂ ಫ್ರೀ ಇದ್ದಾಗ. ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್, ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್. ವರಾಂಡ ರೇಸ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕಲಿ ಫಾರ್ SSC. ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಾ? Okay, you will also get recordings of these sessions, right? Illiyoru recordings ಕೊಡ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ? ಕೇಳಿಲ್ವಾ? ಮುಂಚೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ನಂದು ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ಜಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿ ಏನೋ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದನ್ನಾದ್ರೂ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, this is very beautiful chapter, physiography of India, and it's like a simple tour towards India. We are going to tour India, entire India, with major tourist destinations and major landforms. Very beautiful lesson, very important lesson. You can put it very important, high question area, high yielding questions from this, high yielding area. Okay. First, let us understand what does this word physiography states. What does graphy means? What does physio means? At least physio means.
Which we can see.
Yeah, physio is nothing but physical features which we can see. Okay. In this chapter, we are just dealing with various physical features of India. Okay. India, when we say India, we think about many states and all. No, in this chapter, we will discuss the various features of India. Features are nothing but our mountains, our plateaus, our plains, our deserts, our islands. Okay. Okay. India is divided according to this physical features. India is divided majorly into 6 sections. First one is very beautiful region. This is known as Himalayan region or mountains. Northern, this up to here we have northern mountains. From this we have northeastern mountains. First important physical feature of India is mountain region, that is northern and northeastern mountain regions. Okay. After mountains we have a planar region. This is important plain of India. How are plains formed? Vishwanath, how are plains formed? Plains hengagatte? Because of which process? Planar surfaces yav ತರ ಆಗತ್ತೆ? Mountains yav ತರ ಆಗತ್ತೆ? Because of collision of plate boundaries. Similarly, plains yav ತರ ಆಗತ್ತೆ? Erosion, riverine erosions in the plains ಆಗತ್ತೆ. These planar regions are formed due to riverine erosions. Which are the major rivers of India forming these plains? One is Ganga. We have Ganga river here. One is Ganga. We have Indus river in the western part. Second one is Indus. Third, we have one more important river called Brahmaputra. These are large rivers. These are large rivers causing extensive plains in the northern India. Okay. Then we have few rivers in the peninsular region also. These are forming plains at coastal areas. These are called as coastal plains. These plains are formed peninsular rivers like Krishna, Godavari, Kaveri, and west flowing rivers like Sharavati, Netravati, and all. Okay. This is the second important physical feature of India. Third major one is we have a plateau region. Plateaus are nothing but upraised tablelands are known as plateaus. Third important region we have a plateau. Which is the important plateau of India? I have given homework also. Write the states which cover that plateau. Huh? Good. Which is that plateau? What is the name of that plateau? Name of that plateau. You are saying it right. It covers 7 states. What is the name of this plateau? It is known as? It is known as Deccan Plateau. Okay. Third major physical feature of India is plateau region. Deccan Plateau is the largest plateau. We have other small minor plateaus also. The fourth important one is the desert. Where we see the desert in India? Yes. Rajasthan, we have a major desert known as Thar. We have your Jeep also, no? Jeep Thar. The same name, Thar Desert is the important desert. Fourth physiographic division of India is desert region. Then fifth we have coastal plains. These are coastal plains. And sixth, an important thing, we have two group of islands. One is Lakshadweep, another one is Andaman and Nicobar. This completes entire physiographic feature of India. We divided the India into how many major sections? 6 major sections. Starting with northern mountains, let us discuss one by one. Okay. In this session, we are going to deal in detail about these 6 major regions. You want to take this? Okay. Oh. The name given to this first physiographic region is Northern and Northeastern Mountains. The Northern Mountains, we name them as Himalayas. What is the name given for Northern Mountains? Himalayas. Northeastern Mountains are called as Purvanchal. Purvanchal. Purvanchal, Purva is nothing but eastern side, and the name given for those mountains are called as Purvanchal. Now, we have divided these mountains into further classification. Just understand what is this classification. Okay. From this region, from this Ladakh region up to here, we have Nepal also, no? In Nepal also, these mountain stretches will continue, okay? From here, from Sikkim onwards, we call them as Purvanchal. Purvanchal, okay? First, let us understand about Himalayas, then we move on towards Purvanchal. First, how do Himalayas form? How? What is the reason behind formation of Himalayas? How are Himalayas formed? Yeah, collision of between which two plates? Movement of Indian plate, I said. It is a collision between Indo-Australian plate and Eurasian plate. Okay. It is collision between two plate boundaries. These two are continental plates. One is Indo-Australian plate and another one is Eurasian plate. We got these mountain ranges. Okay. In this mountain Himalayan ranges, we have many stretches. Himalayas are not just a single mountain, it is mountain range. Okay. It is mountainous range. Range is nothing but a stretch of continuous mountain. Okay. In this we have majorly, we have four subclassification among the mountains also. First and foremost is Trans-Himalayas. These are called as Trans-Himalayas. Next, we have Greater Himalaya, second important division, Greater Himalayas. Thirdly, we have Middle Himalayas. It is also given as Lesser Himalaya. There are certain names, Greater Himalayas, Middle Himalayas are also called as Himachal Himalayas or Lesser Himalayas. Then the fourth important part is Shivalayas. Okay, let us understand what are the features of all these one by one. Okay, later you can take the notes. Just try to understand what I'm saying. First and foremost is Trans-Himalayas. Before going to Trans-Himalayas, understand this Great Himalayas. Great Himalayas, it is a larger stretch of Himalayas which is very much continuous. Greater Himalayas are continuous stretch of Himalayas. Okay. Whereas this Trans-Himalayas, trans, wherever we get the name trans, what does trans means? Trans. It is nothing but a transition zone. It is a transition zone between Tibetan Plateau here above India. We have a region in China called Tibet. Okay. There we have Tibetan Plateau, which is very high land and a stable plateau. From there to Himalayas, we have a transition zone called as Trans-Himalayas. What is this transition zone called as? Trans-Himalayas. In the Trans-Himalayas, we have three important mountain chains. We have three important mountain chains. First one is Ladakh. As it is present in the Union Territory of Ladakh, the name of the range is also Ladakh Range. Second, we have Karakoram. Second, we have Karakoram Range. Third, we have Zanskar. Zanskar. We also have a small range here called as Pir Panchal. Okay, you should know the names in the same order only. First, we have Ladakh. Second, third, fourth, Pir Panchal. These are a part of our Trans-Himalayas. Understanding the Trans-Himalayas, Trans-Himalayan mountains are also very high. They are more than 4,500 meters to 6,000 meters. There are also long stretch of mountains. These are also very tall stretch of mountains. Okay, these are very tall mountains. This Ladakh range is very important because we have many important rivers rising in between the Ladakh, Karakoram, Zanskar. For example, Shyok, Nubra, and the famous Indus. All three river systems rises in Trans-Himalayas. Okay, Trans-Himalayas, we have four major ranges: Ladakh, Karakoram, and Zanskar, Pir Panjal. In that, we should know the height of these Trans-Himalayas, and it is known as a transition between Tibetan Plateau and our Greater Himalayas. Okay, this completes Trans-Himalayas. Then what we have? What I did? ಏನಿದೆ ಹಿಂಗಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ. Okay. Trans Himalayas ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ್ದಿದೆ? Greater Himalayas. Among the mountains in the world, which is the longest mountain or which is the highest mountain? ಯಾವ್ದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಯಾವ್ದು? ಅತಿ ಎತ್ತರದ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಯಾವ್ದು? ಓದಿರ್ತೀರಾ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ವಯಸ್ಸಿಂದ. Which is the tallest mountain in the world? Mount Everest. Okay. This Mount Everest, where is it located? In which country? Mount Everest. In which country? Is it in India? Yes. What do you say? Doubtful. Yeah. It is in Nepal. Actually, it is in Nepal. Okay. The thing is, why I am saying that is, it is a part of our Greater Himalayas. Mount Everest is a part of Greater Himalayas. Exactly its location, it is located near to Nepal. Okay. Let us now understand the features of this Greater Himalayas. Greater Himalayas are also called as Outer Himalayas. And foremost important feature is they are continuous chains. Right? They are continuous chains. Second important point is these are very high or tall. And an average, their height is approximately more than 6,000 meters. They are very tall. They have many glaciers which are very much important. What are glaciers? Glaciers ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಐಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಐಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದು ಗ್ಲೇಷಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಗ್ಲೇಷಿಯರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ವಿಚ್ ಮೆನಿ ರಿವರ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಆರಿಜಿನೇಟ್ಸ್. For example, Ganga. Ganga is a river system in India, right? Ganga originates from Gangotri Glacier. Gangotri Glacier, which is very much important. It is located in our Uttarakhand region. Then Yamuna. Yamuna is a river system. Yamuna originates from Yamunotri Glacier, which is a part of Uttarakhand. Okay. These are the famous glaciers and rivers originating from that place. Apart from this, what we have to learn is the stretch of Himalayas. Himalayas, Greater Himalayas stretch for about 2,500 kilometers. What is the stretch of Greater Himalayas? It's about 2,500 kilometers from north to east. Then we have to know the width. This width is like this. Okay. The width of Greater Himalayas is about 150 to 300. This kilometer varies from textbook to textbook. It is approximation. It is 150 to 300 or 280 kilometers. Apart from this, we have to learn few of the important passes. Okay. What do you mean by passes? What is the meaning of passes? ಏನಿರ್ಬೋದು passes ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಿರಬಹುದು? Between the rivers. Okay. You was partially right. It is between mountain chains. We have some regions, we have some gaps. These gaps are called as passes, which is very much important to travel across the regions. If there are no passes, if the hills are very close by, we can't travel. Okay. The pass is a region where there is a gap between hill ranges or mountainous stretch. We have to learn few passes, few important passes. There are many passes we have to learn based upon their location. Some are located in Ladakh, some are in Uttarakhand, Himachal, like that. We have to learn and name the passes between, and we have to know at least one point, one important point towards pass. Some passes are very much important because some NH will come in that pass. Some parts is very much important because it is highest motorable vehicle road, because in Ladakh we see the range, it is about 6,000-meter high. There is one famous pass where the height of the pass is about 8,400 something kilometer, which is highest motorable road in the world. Okay, such points we have to learn from passes. This is brief introduction regarding our Greater Himalayas. Then we have second important Himalayan stretch, that is known as Himachal Himalayas. Second one is known as Himachal Himalaya. One more thing I forgot. In Greater Himalayas, we have to learn some of the important peaks. As I said earlier, Mount Everest is an important peak in Greater Himalayas, and there are other peaks also like Kedarnath, Badrinath. These are the peaks, we have to learn them in an order. Then we have Himachal Himalayas, where the feature of Himachal Himalayas, these are discontinuous. They are broken like this. The ranges are broken. As I also written here, these are broken stretch of Himalayas. Second, an important feature of Himachal Himalayas, these are less in height compared to Greater Himalayas. And an average, the height of Himachal Himalayas is 4,500 meters. Then we have to learn about ranges in Himachal Himalayas. There are about 5 to 6 ranges which are very much important. Like, then you have to learn about passes in Himachal Himalayas. Then in Himachal Himalayas, we have specific features called dunes. Have you heard of dunes? Dunes, Dehradun, like that. We have the specificity that we have to learn. Apart from this, we have last type of Himalayas called as Shivaliks. Shivaliks are also called as lesser Himalayas. The height of Shivaliks is very low. These are also called as foothills. These are also called as foothills of Himalayas because they are coming at the end of Himalayas. These are called as foothills of Himalayas. Then in Shivaliks, we have two major important features to see. One is Tarai region. Second one is Duars. Okay, Duars and Dunes. Dunes is nothing but a valley region between two hills. We have valleys, no? That is known as dunes. It is very beautiful to see and stay here. Dune region. Then we have Duars and Tarai belt. Okay, this is the basic overview of our Himalayan mountain system. Have you understood the basic things? Let us now go in detail with some facts, added facts. We have to learn many facts in this chapter. Are there any doubts regarding these four main stretches of Himalayas? Okay. First one, the Himalayas formed due to, these are majestic mountains. These are majestic mountains formed due to collision of excuse me, can you raise the temperature? Make it 20. It's not working. It consists of one Trans Himalayas. Don't take from here. One is Trans Himalayas. Second one, Greater Himalayas. Third one, Lesser Himalayas. Fourth one, Outer Himalayas or Shivaliks. Outer Himalayas or Shivaliks. In that first takedown, Trans-Himalayan region, these are known as Tibetan Himalayas, these are known as Tibetan Himalayas, lie north of Great Himalayas, lie towards north of Great Himalayas. In that we have ranges like ranges. You give subheading ranges. First one, Karakoram. Second, Ladakh. Third one, Zanskar. Fourth one, Pir Panjab. Okay. This is your Trans-Himalayan. In Trans-Himalaya, we have a famous peak, which is the second highest peak of the world. Which is the second highest peak of world? Good. It is Mount K2. Mount K2 is located in Karakoram range, which is second highest peak of the world. To which country does that belong? Mount K2. Yeah, it is very much disputed. Indians claim it belongs to us, but it is in the region of Pak-occupied Kashmir. Actually, this region of Kashmir is occupied by Pakistan. In the world map, we will get Mount K2 is a part of Pakistan. But Indians, we claim it is part of India. Okay. It is actually in the world map, it is occupied by Pakistan now. The region comes to Pakistan. In world map, we will see India up to here only. Okay. But we are claiming still today this part is Kashmir. This part is a region which belong to Kashmir. Okay. Take down highest peak is Mount K2 present in Karakoram range, which has height of 8,611 meters, which has height of 8,611 meters, which is second highest peak of world. Okay. Then we have Greater Himalayas. Or the Himalayas, simply Himalayas. In your NCERT, they are very much focused about direction of Himalayas. This direction is important also because in some Group C level exams, they asked about the direction of Himalayas also. What does that mean? They will ask some Himalayan range which has a orientation towards east to west. For example, the question is, which among the following mountain range has the general orientation from west to east? Or the question may be, which among the following has a general orientation of Himalayas from north west to southeast? This may be question. So that you have to know the direction of Himalayas also, how they are directed, oriented towards. Our Himalayan stretches, entire Himalayan stretches runs in this direction. Okay. There is no doubt Himalayas runs from northwest to southeast direction. Whereas when it comes to Purvanchal, there are many directional changes. First one is from southwest to northeast. In Arunachal, this state is Arunachal, right? In Arunachal Pradesh, we have mountain ranges from southwest to northeast. From Nagaland, Manipur, we have the north to south orientation of mountain ranges. Then in Mizoram, we have circular mountains. In Meghalaya, we have peculiar characteristics. In Meghalaya, we have east to west or west to east direction of mountainous ridges. What I'm saying is you cannot learn all at it together. We have to know one by one. In Himalayas, the original orientation is from north west to south east direction. Okay. Okay. Take down. The general orientation of Himalayan regions. General orientation of Himalayan regions is from northwest to southeast direction. Second point, the Himalayas in Darjeeling and Sikkim region. Himalayas in Darjeeling and Sikkim. Where does Darjeeling comes? Have you ever heard of this word Darjeeling? Okay. Darjeeling is a part of West Bengal. Darjeeling Hills comes located here. Then we have Sikkim Hills here. Okay. I've just drawn half of the map. Next to Nepal, we have Sikkim. This in Sikkim, and below Sikkim, we have Darjeeling Hills of West Bengal. In these two, we have the direction of east-west direction. Okay. Himalayas in Darjeeling and Sikkim region lie in east-west direction. Next point, in Arunachal Pradesh, you should know Arunachal is here. This is Arunachal Pradesh, this stage. In Arunachal Pradesh, they are oriented from southwest to northwest. This is southwest to northwest. Northwest direction. Next point, Nagaland, Manipur, and Mizoram. They are oriented in north-south direction, just like straight line. North to south direction. Okay, clear? Then take down this one. Approximate length of Greater Himalayas. Length is this length. From Ladakh to here, approximate length of Greater Himalayas is 2,500 kilometers. Width varies between 150 to 400 kilometers. Then classification within Himalayas. First one is Greater Himalayan stretch. Okay. Greater Himalayas. This is light blue color one is Greater Himalayas. Majority of our Greater Himalayas runs in Ladakh region of India and Nepal. Okay. Majority runs in Nepal and Tibetan part of China. It is known as two names are given. One is Greater Himalayas, second one is Inner Himalayas, because they are inside the Trans-Himalayan range. Here we have Trans-Himalayas. They are inside Trans-Himalayas and Himachal. Okay. It is known as Inner Himalaya. Middle one is known as Lesser Himalayas or Middle Himalayas or Himachal Himalayas. Three names for Middle Himalayas. And the last one is Outer Himalayas, or also called as Shivalik Range. Take down this and also mention their other names, because in questions you will get confused when they are given Himachal Himalayas. If you are learned only one name, Lesser Himalayas, if they ask regarding Himachal Himalayas, the question might go wrong. Okay. Okay. Then take down 2 to 3 points. As for now, 3 to 4 points is enough. In your advanced classes, you can learn more. Okay, Greater Himalayas, they have average height of 6,000 meters. In Greater Himalayas, just mark 2 to 3 points. They have average height of 6,000 meters. Highest peak, Mount Everest. Highest peak is Mount Everest. Another name for Mount Everest is Sagarmatha. It is called as Sagarmatha in Nepal. Other major peaks, Kanchanajunga. Mount in Greater Himalayas, we have peaks Kanchanajunga, Makalu, Daulagiri, Nanga Prabhat, Annapurna, Nanda Devi, Badrinath, and Kedarnath. You should learn them in an order. Okay, they will ask you a question like, this is your Greater Himalayan stretch. They will ask you a question like, by giving few of them, and they will ask, arrange them in an order from west to east, or they will ask, arrange them in an order from east to west. For that, you have to know them in an order. Okay? Or they will ask them to arrange in order of their height. For example, after Mount Everest, there is some peak which is higher. Okay, as per my knowledge, Kanchanajunga is highest in India. Okay, second highest peak in India. They will ask according to that. You should know the range order also. First one, Kanchanajunga. Second, Makalu. Third, Nanga Prabhat. Fourth, Annapurna. Nanda Devi, Badrinath, and Kedarnath. Okay, this completes your Greater Himalayas. Then we have Middle Himalayas or Lesser Himalayas, or also called as Himachal Himalayas. In Middle Himalayas, you have to focus much on the range, because these are discontinuous. In Greater Himalayas, take down a point, these are continuous. Greater Himalayas are continuous. Second important one is Lesser Himalayas or Middle Himalayas or Himachal. Average altitude is 3,700 to 4,500 meters. Average, on an average, they have 3,700 to 4,500 meters. Next important feature is they have deep valleys. As I said earlier, they have deep valleys which are very much important tourist hotspots. These valleys are very beautiful. These are very much important tourist hotspots and hill stations. For example, we have examples, famous example where British settled. Shimla, Mussoorie, these two are the parts of our lesser Himalayas or Himachal. Okay. In Trans Himalayas, I said order like Karakoram, Ladakh, Zanskar, and Pir Panjal. Okay. This Pir Panjal is a part of Lesser Himalayas. This is the first range of Lesser Himalaya, Pir Panjal. Okay. Then we have Dhaulagiri. Okay. Dhauladhar or Dhaulagiri. Third, we have Mussoorie, like this. Third, we have Mussoorie. Fourth is Kumaon. Fifth is Mahabharat range, which is not part of India, it is part of Nepal. Mahabharat range. Then we have Darjeeling Hills, which is part of our West Bengal. Then in eastern India, we have two important range. One is Miri, another one Abhor. Miri and Abhor are part of Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, this completes your Middle Himalayas. First one is, which is the Middle Himalayas first range? Pir Panjal. Okay, write down ranges. Pir Panjal. Second one, Dhaulagiri or Dhauladhar. Dhauladhar. Here is spelling. Dhauladhar. Third one, Mussoorie. Fourth one, Kumaon. Kumaon. Fifth one, Mahabharat. Sixth one, Darjeeling. Miri and Abhor. You have to know these also, in which state they are present. Mussoorie and Kumaon are the part of Uttarakhand. Mahabharat range, it comes in Nepal. Darjeeling in West Bengal. Miri and Abhor in Arunachal. Okay. Then we have last one, Shivaliks are also called as outer Himalayas. The average height of Shivaliks is just about 1000 meter. On an average, they are 1000 meter tall. Okay. Shivaliks. Okay. Just give 2 seconds or 2 minutes. Understand something. Okay. This is your Greater Himalaya. This is your Middle Himalayas. This is your Shivaliks. Between these two, we have a valley region between Middle and Shivaliks, which are called as dunes. These valleys are very deep, very beautiful. That valley region between Middle Himalayas or Himadris and Shivaliks is called as dunes. Okay. Dunes are the valley region between Middle Himalayas and Shivaliks. Then we have a Tarai region. After Shivaliks, we have a belt called Tarai belt. What does Tarai says? Tarai belt is nothing but many of the unconsolidated rock material, the small sediments, rocks, they will come and deposits in this region forming a Tarai belt. Okay, Tarai region is nothing but many small unconsolidated rocks. ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಕಲ್ಲುಗಳು ಮೇಲಿಂದ ಹಿಮಾಲಯದಿಂದ ಬಂದಿರೋ ಕಲ್ಲುಗಳು ಈ ಈ ರೀಜನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಮಳೆ ಬಂದು ನಿಂತಿರೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಲ್ಲುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಅದು ಹೆಂಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮಾರ್ಷಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ತರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದೀಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ Tarai belts. Okay, where is Tarai located? Tarai regions are located just below or after Shivalis. Okay, is this clear? Okay, take down. Duns or the valley between. Duns are valley between lesser and outer Himalayas. Then these Tarai regions are given the name Duars. The Tarai regions are given the name Duars. Duns, you take down the example, Dehradun. Example for a Dun is Dehradun. Next, Tarai regions seen in the foothills of Shivaliks. Tarai regions or areas seen in the foothills of Shivaliks are called as Duars. Then we have Purvanchal. In Purvanchal, you have to learn many more names of hills. Okay. In your atlas, they have given important names of hills. You have to learn according to the state to which they belong. First one is Arunachal. Okay. This middle one is Assam. Above Assam, we have Arunachal. This brown area is our Arunachal Pradesh. In Arunachal Pradesh, the famous first one from east to west is Dafla. First one is Dafla. D-A-F-L-A. Okay. Then we have Mikki or Miri. Then we have Abhor. It is not visible in the map. Just I am taking location from the map and I am naming them. Okay. It is second one is Miri. Third one is Abhor. Fourth one is Mishmi. Just look now. Later then you can take notes. First one, Dafla, Miri, Abhor, and Mishmi. These are the mountain ranges where in Arunachal Pradesh. Okay. Then we have in Assam, one is Mikir. Assam has a famous mountain known as Mikir. Okay. Mikir. Then we have Nagaland. It is easy to remember the names of Nagaland because they have given Naga Hills. Is it? Then we have Manipur. Manipur Hills. Then we have Mizoram. In Mizoram, we have a hill range called as Mizo Hills. It has another name also. You should remember this name. It is called as Lushai Mountains. What is the mountains in Mizoram called? Lushai Mountains. Or another name is Mizo Hills. These Lushai Mountains is very much important because these are like circular mountains. Okay. Then Tripura, we have not named them. In Meghalaya, you have three important ranges. This is a Garo. You should remember in the order also Garo. Second one is Kashi. Third one is Jaintia. You should remember this order. Garo, Kashi, and Jaintia. This completes your Purvanchal. Okay. In each state, you have to know the names of the hills and their location. Which comes first, which comes next. Okay. First, Assam. Assam, to take the names as the list form. Assam, we have Mikir Hill. Read 4 to 5 times, you will know, you will remember the names. Makir Hills. Second, Arunachal Pradesh. We have Dakla, Miri, Abhor, Mishmi, Patkai Bham. Third is Nagaland, Naga Hills. Fourth, Manipur, Manipur Hill. Fifth, Mizoram, Mizo Hills. In Mizo Hills, you just take this name in the bracket, Lushai Mountains or Lushai Hills. This is known as Molasses Basin of India. Molasses Basin of India. It is known as Molasses Basin. Molasses is nothing but it is a byproduct of what? What is molasses means? Molasses. Have you heard of this word, molasses? I think you have. ಚಿಕ್ಕ ವಯಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಶುಗರ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊಲಾಸಿಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ವರ್ಡ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ವೆನ್ ಶುಗರ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್, ದ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಓವರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕೇನ್ ಶುಗರ್, it will get squashed. No, before producing the sugar, the canes will get squashed. The leftovers, which is very much like powdery structure, it will go to fermentation. There it is called as molasses. Okay, molasses is a byproduct of sugar industry. Molasses is nothing but something unconsolidated, which is not clearly solid like. It is a semi-solid like. Okay, around Misho Hills, we have water bodies where it looks like molasses, hence the name given, Molasses Basin of India. Then we have Tripura Hills. Last one, Meghalaya, Garo, Kashi and Jaintia. Okay. Oh, see here, we have a mountain here and we have mountain here. Between that, we have a small stretch where the mountains are absent. This is called pass. Okay, this is a pass, is a place between two mountains where we can travel across easily. Okay, in this photo, you can get water passes. There are very famous passes. I will just sketch one or two passes. After that, you can take the photo. In your advanced classes, you can go in detail. Karakoram Pass. As the name says, it is in Karakoram Range. In Karakoram Range, we have Karakoram Pass. Then the famous one is Banihal Pass, which is very much important. It is present in Pir Panjal Range. It connects Jammu and Kashmir. The connecting between Jammu, here we have Jammu, here we have Kashmir. To travel from Jammu to Kashmir, we have to pass through a pass called Banihal Pass. Then Zozila, Changla, Kardungla. It takes much time. There are many passes. Okay. This is the famous pass, Rohtang Pass. Recently, if you are reading current affairs, there is a tunnel constructed under Rohtang Pass. You should know Rohtang Pass is present in which range? Pir Panjal Range. It connects Manali and Leh. The name of the tunnel is Atal Tunnel. Okay, Atal Tunnel. Manala, Nitila. Okay, you can go through them in your advanced classes. There are many passes. Okay. Second important physiographic revision is our planes. Before going to planes, let us take 5 minutes break and we continue. If you want photo of that, you can take. Otherwise, I don't know who will take your advanced classes. I'm not available when you have advanced classes. You just, if you want, you can take the pictures of them. You start from the oh. How much? Yes, right. No, you are three standards. Sources. Okay. 15 hours. 2 hours ಅಂತ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ನಾಳೆ? ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? Is logo. The voice here is subject one. Apple. Yeah. So, I'm giving all the time for class. I'm very starting to students, it must be. The type of nature of it, school is education. Syllabus and they were they will be information secret people get for education. From the education, private school, colleges, but Second important one is plains. We have vast plains. Ganga plain is one of the major plain of world. Not only in India, Ganga plain is one of the major plain present in world. But there is nothing much to discuss when it comes to physiography. We have vast plains in India. Okay. But there is nothing much to deal here. First and foremost plain is our Indus plain. What is the first major plain of India? Indus plain. Indus plain is not only in India, it extends in Pakistan. Okay. This plain, majority of our Indus river flow towards Pakistan. The extent of Indus plain is more in Pakistan. In India, we have Indus plain. In that Indus plain, we have a specific part called as Punjab plains. Punjab plains. After that, we have a great plains of India. Ganga plains. In Ganga plain, we have three sections. One is upper, middle, and lower Gangetic plains. Ganga plains or Gangetic plains, in that we have three sections. One is upper, middle, and lower Gangetic plains. After that, we have a famous plains in northeast called as Brahmaputra plains. Brahmaputra plains. Apart from these, we have one more section. We have a planar region in Rajasthan, which is called as Rajasthan plains. Okay. Now tell me, Indus plain, Indus river is draining the Indus plain. Ganga plain or Gangetic plain is drained by Ganga and its tributary, whereas Brahmaputra is drained by Brahmaputra river. Then how does Rajasthan have plains? What might be the rivers flowing in Rajasthan which are forming the plains? Does Rajasthan have a river? ಇದೆಯಾ ರಾಜಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ನದಿಗಳಿದಾವ? ಇದೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ನದಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು? ರಾಜಸ್ಥಾನಲ್ಲೂ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಸ್ ನ ಮಾಡಿರೋಂತ ನದಿ. ಒಂದ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಆ ರೀಜನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನದಿ ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕು. ಇಂಡಸ್ನ ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟರಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತನಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. Rajasthan plains formed by a famous river, Luni river. ಲೂನಿ ರಿವರ್ ನ ಯಾಕೆ ಫೇಮಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ರಿವರ್ ಬೀಟ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಇಂಡಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡ್ರೈನ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಅರೇಬಿಯನ್ ಸಿ. ಗಂಗಾ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡ್ರೈನ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಬೇ ಆಫ್ ಬೆಂಗಾಲ್. Even your Brahmaputra drains into Bay of Bengal. Krishna, Godavari, Kaveri, ಎಲ್ಲ Bay of Bengal ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. West flowing rivers, Sharavati, Netravati, Kabini, Periyar, ಎಲ್ಲಾನು they will drain into Arabian Sea. Okay, but the river Luni is very famous because it has inland drainage. Inland drainage in the sense, imagine this is Rajasthan. Luni rises in a famous hill station called as ಅರಾವಳಿ. ಅರಾವಳಿ ರೇಂಜ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದ್ ರೇಂಜ್ ಇದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲೂನಿ ರಿವರ್ ಹುಟ್ಟುತ್ತೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಹುಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದು ಯಾವ್ದು ಸಮುದ್ರನ ಸೇರಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡ್ರೈನ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದ ಮರಸ್ಥಳಿ. ಮರಸ್ಥಳಿ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಡಿ ರೀಜನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರಾಜಸ್ಥಾನ. ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕೂಡ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಈ ಲೂನಿ ಡ್ರೈನ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾಳೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಲೂನಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ದ ಪ್ಲೇನಾರ್ ರೀಜನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ರಾಜಸ್ಥಾನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಲೂನಿ ಇಸ್ ದ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ರಿವರ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಓನ್ಲಿ ರಿವರ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ವಿಚ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಇನ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಡ್ರೈನ್. ಈ ತರ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಡ್ರೈನ್ ಆಗೋದನ್ನ ಸಿಗೆ ಸೇರ್ದಲ್ಲೇ ಇರೋದೇನಂತಾರೆ ಇನ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಡ್ರೈನೇಜ್. ಓಕೆ, ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಮೇಜರ್ ಪ್ಲೇನಾರ್ ರೀಜನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. ಓಕೆ, ಒಂದು ರಿವರ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ಲೇನಾರ್ ರೀಜನ್ ನ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಏನಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅದರಿಂದ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ರೀಸನ್ ಏನಿರ್ಬೋದು? How are plains formed? It will deposit. Okay, that is the basic fundamental thing. When river flows, during its course of flow, it will carry some sediments. Okay, these sediments are eroded and it will be deposited at the low lying areas, and this deposition form a flat surface. This is called as planar regions. ಆ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ಸ್, ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ alluvial soils. Alluvial soils which are very much fertile because ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದನೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ. These are alluvial soils. ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಈ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಒಂದು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕಿರೋದು ಡೋಬ್. Have you heard of this word Raichur Doab? Because you are near to Raichur, I am asking you. Raichur Doab ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಿರಾ? Raichur is a Doab region. ಕೇಳಿದಿರಾ? ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಲಿ ಓದ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ರಾಯಚೂರು ಡೋಬ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಿದ್ಯಾ? ಮೆಡಿವಲ್ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, but for in geography perspective, Doab is a region between two river systems, two rivers actually. It is very much fertile. Doabs are nothing but fertile regions between two river systems. For example, this is your Indus. Do you know the tributaries of Indus? Good, good. Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Bihas, and Satluj. Okay, these are the 5 tributaries of Indus. Okay, these 5 tributaries, hence the name. These 5 tributaries flow in Punjab. Hence the name for Punjab is Panchanad because of 5 tributaries of all the 5 tributaries passing through the Punjab. Okay, between any tributary, any 2 tributaries, this region is very much fertile and it is known as Doab region. Okay, based on the names which is between which 2 tributaries, it is given the name. For example, Bari Doab. Ri stands for Ravi and Bari stands for Bias. Okay, Bari's Doab is between Bias and Ravi. Similarly, we will get various names. Apart from that, one more concept we have to study is nothing but Babar and Khadar. These are nothing but alluvial deposition. When the river flow, it will deposit alluvial soil. The first deposited soil is the old one, which is very much fertile, and the newly deposit It is given a name called as Babar and Khan. Okay. Or sometimes it is called as Bangar. Bangar is nothing but alluvial deposit carried by the river system. Okay. This is the something basic you need to know about planar regions. Okay. First one, Indo-Gangetic Plain. Indo-Gangetic Plains, also called as North Indian Plains. North Indian Plains. Extensive, these are extensive north central section of Indian subcontinent, drained, D-R-A-I-N-D, drained by Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra. This is our Indo-Gangetic Plain. After Shivaliks, we have rivers of Ganga. Okay, Ganga river and Brahmaputra forming vast extensive plains. There are, then take on from the north to south. There are three zones of alluvial deposition. There are three zones of alluvial deposition. First one, Babar. In that only you take down large pebbles. Babar ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಗುಡ್ಡದಿಂದ ಇಳಿದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ದಪ್ಪ ದಪ್ಪ ಪೆಬಲ್ಸ್ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ ಬಾಬರ್ ರೀಜನ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ತರಾಯ್. Marshy unconsolidated materials. Then alluvial plains. In that you take down two things. One is Bangar. In the bracket, write it as old alluvium. Then you have Kadar, which is nothing but new alluvium. See, while river is flowing, sorry, this is slow. While river is flowing, the newest deposition will get collected in the shorelines. The older one, which will move away from it. The older one is more fertile compared to new one. It is known as Bangar soils. Okay, Bangar alluvial soils. Okay. Regions. You just take down this map. It is sufficient to explain. Just copy this much. Major plains of India. Okay, in Punjab plains, we have very much important doabs. At least you should know what is doab. Take down doab. Doab is a fertile region between two rivers. Between two rivers. In Punjab plains, we have 5 important doabs. Take down the names. Bist doab between Bias and Sutlej. Bihas and Sutlej. Next, we have Bari doab between Bias and Ravi. Then we have Rachna doab between Ravi and Chenab. Between Ravi and Chenab. Chaj doab, Chag, AJ, Chaj doab. Chenab and Jhelum. Last one, Sindh Sagar doab. Sindh Sagar, which is Jhelum, Chenab and Indus. 3. Jhelum, Chenab and Indus. Okay. Apart from that, nothing is important there. That third physiographic division is Peninsular Plateau region or Peninsular India. In Peninsular India, we are going to discuss in 2 different headings. One is Peninsular Hills. Okay. Second one is Peninsular Plateau. Just listen for 5 to 6 minutes. Let us cover Peninsular Hills first, okay? In Peninsular Hills, first one we have Aravali Ranges. First we have Aravali Ranges. It extends from Gujarat till it reaches up to Delhi. Okay, Aravali, it reaches up to Delhi. Then we have famous Vindhyan Hills. These are ranges, okay? In this we have many hills. This is a range. Entire range is called as Vindhyans. Then we have Satpura. First one is Aravali. Next we have Vindhyans and we have Satpura. Okay, these two are type of block mountains. These two are type of block mountains. How are block mountains formed? Because of which stress? Fold mountains are formed because of compression. Fold mountains are formed because of compression, which I have shown by using book, right? Fold mountains are formed. How are block mountains formed? Shear stress. It is because of shear stress we have the formation of block mountains. Okay, these two are a part of block mountain. Between block mountains we have something important. What is it? When I draw the picture of block mountain, in the center I have left something. What is this? ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡೇ ಹೇಳಿ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದೇ ಸಲ ಓದ್ದಾಗ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಸ್ ಓರೋಗ್ರಫಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ನಲ್ವಾ, ಅವಾಗ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಐ ಸೆಟ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿಚ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಆರ್. ಬಿಡಿ. These are called as rift valleys. Okay, between two mountains we have something called as rift valley. Similarly, between Vindhyan hills and Satpura hills, in the rift we have a famous river flowing called as Narmada. Okay, we have in the rift valley we have Narmada flowing in between these two. Okay, in that, in Vindhyan hills also we will get many ranges. We will learn them later. In Satpura also we have Satmala, Ajanta, Balak. Okay, that we'll learn later. Now we are focusing majorly on these two stretch of hill ranges. One is, you can name them, which is easy to name. What is this range called as? It is in western part of peninsula. It is called as, yeah, exactly. These are Western Ghats, whereas in the eastern part we have Eastern Ghats. You should know some difference between Western and Eastern Ghats. Okay. By looking at this diagram, you can say Western Ghats are continuous stretch of ranges. Okay. First difference is Western Ghat is continuous stretch of ranges, whereas Eastern Ghats is discontinuous. Which might be taller, Western or Eastern? Western has very tall hills, taller high hills. Let's. Then Western Ghats, in this you should know some of the famous peaks. What might be the famous peak of Western Ghat which is very high in entire peninsular India? You don't know. I think you don't know. It is called as Annamudi. Okay, Annamudi Hills. Annamudi or Annamudi. Then we have to know the ranges. Oh, then fourth important, we have to know Ghats or passes. We don't have much passes because these are discontinuous range. Eastern Ghats are discontinuous range. We don't get much passes. Naturally, they are discontinuous. Whereas in Western Ghats, we have a passes. One is Bhalghat Pass, Harishchandra Pass. We have a Palghat Pass. Okay, these are the famous passes in Western Ghats. Why should we have to learn passes in Western Ghats? Because these are continuous stretch. To pass from one place to another across Western Ghats, we need help of passes. Okay. Apart from that, Western Ghats form a coastline which is submergent coastline. Western Ghats form a coastline which is submergent. Submergent in the sense which is submerged inside this sea. What is the sea here? Yeah, it is submerged inside the Arabian Sea, whereas Eastern Ghats forms coastline which is emergent coast. Which is emergent coast. Okay, this is the broad overview of peninsular hills. First we have Aravalis, then we have Indians, then we have Satpura, Satmala. After that we have a hill range called as Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. In the Eastern Ghats, one important thing you should learn is from north to south you should know the hill names. Okay, north to south you should know hill names. Nallamalla, Velkonda, Javdi, Shavroy. There are many hill stations in the Eastern Ghats. You should name them. And you should know one more point. There is a place where Eastern Ghats and Western Ghats meet, that is called as Nilgiris. The place where Eastern Ghats and Western Ghats meet is called as Nilgiris. Okay. This is the broad overview of our peninsular hills. Later on, we can discuss with peninsular plateaus. First, take down the heading. Peninsular India. In that, part A, peninsular hills. Indian Peninsula is one of the world's oldest peninsula. It is tectonically stable. Tectonically stable. Wherever you get the word plateau, plateaus are table lands. These are tectonically stable. Stable in the sense we see less number of earthquakes and volcanoes. Volcanoes ಮತ್ತೆ earthquakes ತುಂಬಾ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಆ ತರದನ್ನ they are stable ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. Then you should know the general elevation of this peninsular plateau. General elevation, this is a rise in west and sloping towards the east. Elevation, general elevation is, it is raised in the west and sloping towards the east. That's why we have many more east flowing rivers in the peninsular plate. Okay, we have large rivers which flows in the eastern and joins Bay of Bengal. Then hills of peninsular India. Okay, try to draw this half of Indian map and mark first one as Aravalis. Aravalis, after Aravali, we have Vindhyans, mark that as Vindhyans. Then we have Satpura. Between these two, you show Narmada, river Narmada. Down to Satpura, you have Satmala. Between Satpura and Satmala, we have a rift valley where river Tapi flows. River Tapi, T-A-P-I. Draw something which is straight and mark it as Western Ghats. Then discontinuous chain, mark it as Eastern Ghats. Okay. In that first you take the Aravalis. Aravali is one of the oldest fold mountain of India. It extends from Gujarat. It extends from Gujarat to Delhi Ridge. Delhi Ridge. The famous or highest peak in Aravali range is Mount Guru Shikhar. In Aravalis, we have highest peak. It is a range. In that highest peak is named as Mount Guru Shikhar. Okay. Then we have Narmada range. Oh, sorry, Vindhyan range. In the entire Vindhyan range, we have some important plateaus around Vindhyan range. This important plateau, first one is Malwa Plateau. Malwa Plateau near Rajasthan. Then we have Bundelkhand. Have you heard of this word? In movies, you will get to know Bundelkhand. It is a backward region. Due to its topography, it is a backward region. Then we have Baghelkhand. Baghelkhand. We have three famous plateaus across Vindhyachal. Don't take much in wordings, just take these three. Okay, these three plateau lands. Malwa, Bundelkhand and Baghelkhand. We are just introducing words now. Okay, in advanced classes, you will get to know in detail. Next, we have Satpura range. Below Vindhyans, we have Satpura range. Between Vindhya and Satpura, which river is flowing? Which river is flowing between Vindhyans and Satpura? Narmada. It is Narmada. Okay. In this Satpura range, you should know something. The highest peak of Satpura is Dhupgarh. Dhupgarh is the highest peak in Satpura. Okay. Satpura, it is also a range. Okay. Satpura is also range of hills where we get three major groups of hills. One is Satpura, another one is Mahadeva, another one is Maikala. Okay, Satpura is a group of three hill ranges. One is Satpura, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು Mahadeva, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು Maikala. In that, Maikala is very much important because in Maikal range, we have a peak called as Amarkanda. Amarkanda, okay? This Amarkanda is a place where three rivers originates. One is Narmada, another one is Son, another one is Hasdo, okay? Amarkantak, in Amarkantak, three rivers originates. One is Narmada, second one is Son, another one is Hasdo. Such type of drainage patterns are called as radial drainage. Such types of drainage are called as radial drainage pattern. Tomorrow, if I get time to deal about drainage systems of India, you will get to know different types of drainage patterns present in India. Okay? As per now, you just learn Amarkantak is an example of radial drainage in India. Then in that Satmala only, Satpura after that you take down Satmala. Satmala. In Satmala, you have two ranges. One is Satmala range, another one is Ajanta range. One is Satmala, other one is Ajanta range. Okay. In this, you can clearly notice few ranges. This one is your, can you name? I will mark, you just name. This one is Aravali range. In that, famous peak is just you Guru Shikhar. Guru Shikhar is part, or Guru Shikhar is also called as Mount Abu. Okay, Guru Shikhar is also called as Mount Abu. Then we have which range? Vindhyans. Above Vindhyans, we have a plateau called as plateau near Rajasthan. Starts with Yam. Malwa plateau. Then we have Bundelkhand and Baghelkhand. Okay. Then we have after Vindhyans, which Which is the hill range coming? Satpura. In Satpura, we have three major hill ranges. One is Satpura, second one is Mahadevu, then we have Maikal range. Okay. After Satpura, we have Satmala. In that famous two ranges, one is Satmala, other one is Ajanta. Okay. Satpura, Ajanta, Satmala and Ajanta. Below that, we have one range called as Balaghat range. Okay. Before entering the Western Ghats, we have one more range called as Balaghat range. After that, this is our Western Ghats and this is our Eastern Ghats. In the Western Ghats, no few names like first one is Annai Malai Hills. Annai Malai Hills or Annai Mudi, which is the highest peak in Western Ghats. Then you have Nilgiri Hills. Nilgiri Hills, Cardamom Hills in Kerala. These are famous hills of Western Ghats. Apart from that, in Karnataka, we have Mullayanagiri, Kudremukh. These are part of Western Ghats. Okay. Then we have in Eastern Ghats, you should name them. Please you take down this. Okay. Eastern Ghats, you take the list of this. Then you can leave. Nallamalla. First one is Nallamalla. Second one, Venukonda. Third one, Palakonda. Fourth one, Nagari. Fifth, Javadi. Sixth, Shebaroy. Seventh one, Panchmalai. Eighth one, Shirumalai. Then lastly, we have Palani Hills. They will send you in group. It might be at 9. Okay. It might be at 9. 9 in the start agbodu. You said night. Have they made any group of you? Yes. No. You wanted me to repeat or this visible? It's visible. Seventh Anka. Seventh Anka. Okay. So Western Ghats has different name in different regions. It is called as Sahyadris in Maharashtra. In Maharashtra, we call Western Ghats as Sahyadris. Nilgiri Hills in Karnataka. And Annai Hills in Tamil Nadu. Cardamom Hills in Kerala. There are different names given to Western Ghats. In Karnataka, what we call? Nilgiris. Sahyadris in Maharashtra. Annai in Tamil Nadu. Cardamom in Kerala. Then you take the average elevation of Western Ghats is about 1,500 meters, which is comparatively higher when compared to Eastern Ghats. Average elevation 1,500 meters. Western Ghats passes through 6 states starting from Gujarat ending till Kerala and Tamil. Okay, starts from Gujarat and ends till Tamil Nadu here in Tamil Nadu. Peaks. Take down few important peaks. First one is Annamudi. Annaimudi or Annamudi is the highest peak in Western Ghat. Highest peak in Western Ghat. Second one is Dodda Betta. Annaimudi, it is a peak in Annai Malai range. Annamalai range. Whereas Doddabatta is peak in Nilgiris. Okay. Then in Western Ghats, we have three famous passes. First pass is your Talghat Pass. Talghat Pass connects between Nasik to Mumbai. Talghat Pass is between Nasik and Mumbai. Second important one is Borghat Pass, which connects Mumbai to Pune. Mumbai to Pune. Third important one is Palghat, which is in the southern India. That too between Nilgiris and Annamalai. Okay. Then Eastern Ghats. In Eastern Ghats, you already know Eastern Ghats are quite less tall or smaller than Western Ghats. These are discontinuous and low hills. These are discontinuous and low hills. It passes through how many states? You should know this. It passes through Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, plus Telangana, Tamil Nadu, and parts of Karnataka. Western Ghats passes through these 5 states. So Eastern Ghats passes through 5 states, whereas Western Ghats passes through 6 states. There is a controversy in highest peak of Eastern Ghats. Some book mentions something. Okay, in some books we get Jindagarh peak. Okay, just take down. It is recent one. Jindagarh peak of Odisha is the highest peak of Eastern Ghats. In some book you will get Mahendragiri Hills. Last point, Eastern Ghats and Western Ghats joins at a point called as Nilgiri. Nilgiri Hills is a joining point between Eastern and Western Ghats. Oh. Just go through these differences. If something is important, you can take down. Okay. First one is location. It is Western Ghats here, Eastern Ghats here. Location. Western Ghats is located towards Arabian Sea, whereas Eastern Ghats towards Bay of Bengal. Orientation, it generally runs from north to south, from Gujarat to Maharashtra. Then up to Tamil Nadu, it runs from north to south. Here, it runs from northeast to southwest, like this. From northeast to southwest. Okay. Then which is continuous? Western Ghats is continuous, it is discontinued. Which is higher? Western Ghats is higher, 900 to 1600, whereas Eastern Ghats is lower. Highest peak of Western Ghats, you already mentioned, it is Annamudi in Kerala. Then Eastern Ghats, it is controversial, either Mahendragiri or Jindagarh peak. Okay. Which receives higher rainfall? Since the height of the Western Ghats are very high, they receive higher orographic rains. Okay. Vegetation, Western Ghats are dense in vegetation. They are considered as hottest hotspot in the world. Okay. They are given the status of hottest hotspot in the world. Later on, while discussing with environment, you will let to know what is the criteria to be declared as hottest hotspot. Okay. Dense forest, less dense forests are seen in Eastern Ghats. Rivers, 3 major rivers originate in Western Ghats. One is Godavari, Krishna, and Kaveri. They originate in Western Ghats. Whereas in Eastern Ghats, rather than origin, these rivers flow and enter Eastern Ghats and drain into Bay of Bengal. Passes, there are three important passes in Western Ghats. One is Borghat, Talghat, and Palghat. Okay. Western Ghats has important status recognized by UNESCO as World Heritage Natural Site. Okay. It is not recognized under UNESCO. Western Ghats is recognized as World Heritage Site. Then we have peninsular plateaus. Okay. I am not going in detail with these plateaus. I just have 1 hour left. I have to cover deserts, island, plateaus. Okay. At least know the location of important plateaus. Okay. Above, this is Vindhyans. Above Vindhyans, we have a famous plateau called Malwa. Okay. First important plateau is our Malwa plateau. Then we have Bundelkhand. After Bundelkhand, towards the eastern Ranchi and all, we have Hazaribagh Plain. Bundelkhand is below this Vindhyans. I am telling, towards the east of Bundelkhand, we have Hazaribagh. Hazaribagh Plateau. After Hazaribagh, we have Chota Nagpur Plateau. Chota Nagpur Plateau. Below Chota Nagpur, we have Ranchi Plateau. Okay. These are the famous plateau in the central India. Then in the southern India, we have a large plateau known as Deccan Plateau. In the Deccan Plateau, we have parts called as Maharashtra Plateau, Karnataka Plateau, and Telangana. We have minor plateaus called as Maharashtra Plateau, Karnataka, and Telangana. Okay. After that, in the northeastern region, we have famous plateau called as Meghalaya Plateau. In the region of Meghalaya, we have Meghalaya Plateau. In Meghalaya Plateau, we have three hills also, which we dealt previously, Garo, Kashi, Jayantia. These are part of Meghalaya Plateau. Okay. This is the overview of plateaus present in India. In that first take down, Malwa Plateau. It is north of Vindhyans. Now, how are plateaus formed? You are absent for the class. Plateaus, okay? Plateaus are nothing but high tablelands. They have flat top. Plateaus have flat top, but elevation at their ends. Okay, simple definition. They have flat top and sides are steep or elevated. These plateaus, how are these plateaus? These plateaus are formed by one famous thing called as volcanic eruption. I think you know volcanic eruption. It is nothing but eruption of molten magma. When molten magma erupts, it gets solidified and the solidification forms rocks. Okay. When eruption, in that we get magma. When magma is too much liquid, when magma is very, very thin, very liquid like water. Magma ತುಂಬಾ liquid ತರ ಇದ್ದು less dense. ಆ ತರ liquid ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ತರ ಲೆಸ್ ಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ. ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ಮಾ ತುಂಬಾ ಗಾಢವಾಗಿ ಗಟ್ಟಿಯಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಹಿಲ್ಸ್ ನ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ಮಾ ಅರ್ಥ ಒಳಗಿಂದ, ಭೂಮಿಯ ಒಳಗಿಂದ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ಮಾ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಆ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ಮಾ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ತುಂಬಾ ಗಾಢವಾಗಿ ಘನವಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಲೈಕ್ ಆಯಿಲ್ ಗಿಂತ ತಿಕ್ಕಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದಾಗ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ tall creatures called as mountains. ವೆನ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ಮಾ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಲೆಸ್ ಡೆನ್ಸ್, ತುಂಬಾ ನೀರ್ ತರ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಕಟ್ಟಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಹಿಂಗೆ ಜಾರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅ ಪ್ಲೇಟಿವ್ ರೀಜನ್. ಅವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ಲೇಟಿವ್ಸ್ ನ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಮಾಳ್ವಾ ಪ್ಲೇಟಿವ್ ಕೂಡ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಗಿರೋದೇ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಡೆಕ್ಕನ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟಿವ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ರೀಜನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸದರ್ನ್ ಪೆನೆನ್ಸುಲರ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಮಹಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದ ಹತ್ರ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ವಾಲ್ಕ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಎರಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ವಾಲ್ಕ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಎರಪ್ಷನ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಲೆಸ್ ಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ವಾಲ್ಕೆನೋ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆತರ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ವಾಲ್ಕೆನೋನ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಸಾಲ್ಟ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಈ ತರ ಬಸಾಲ್ಟ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರೋದು ಎರಪ್ಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಅದು ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೆ, ಫಾರ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಅವರ್ ಡೆಕ್ಕನ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟಿವ್. ಅದೇ ತರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಮಾಳ್ವಾ ಪ್ಲೇಟಿವ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಡ್ ಬೈ basalt lava plateau. It is a basalt lava because it is a volcanic plateau formed due to eruption of basaltic magma. Basaltic magma is more liquid, less dense. Okay na? Barkole. It is a basalt lava plateau formed due to eruption of basaltic magma, which is more fluid, less dense. ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪೀಕ್ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿಗಾರ್ ಪೀಕ್. ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪೀಕ್ ಯಾವುದು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿಗಾರ್ ಪೀಕ್. ಇನ್ ದ ಮಾಳ್ವಾ ಪ್ಲೇಟಿವ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಿಗಾರ್ ಪೀಕ್. Malwa plateau is drained by three important rivers. One is Chambal, Betwa, and Sindh. Okay. Then we have Chota Nagpur plateau. Here we have Malwa plateau near to Rajasthan. Here in the eastern part near to Chhattisgarh we have Chota Nagpur plateau. Okay, this Chota Nagpur plateau, first listen, it is very much important because it is a rich source, rich in minerals. ಛತ್ತೀಸ್ಗಢ ನ ಓದಿದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಛತ್ತೀಸ್ಗಢ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇ ಸಿಕ್ಕರು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪೇಪರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ವರ್ಡೆ ಬರ್ತಿರ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಛೋಟಾ ನಾಗ್ಪುರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟಿವ್. ಛೋಟಾ ನಾಗ್ಪುರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟಿವ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್ ರಿಚ್ ಇನ್ ಮಿನರಲ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಆ ಛೋಟಾ ನಾಗ್ಪುರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟಿವ್ ನ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆಗೆ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಹಜಾರಿಬಾಗ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟಿವ್. ಹಜಾರಿಬಾಗ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟಿವ್, ಅದ್ರ ಕೆಳಗಡೆಗೆ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರಾಂಚಿ ಪ್ಲೇಟಿವ್. ಇದೆಲ್ಲಾನು ಒಂದು ಬೆಲ್ಟ್ ತರನೇ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಛೋಟಾ ನಾಗ್ಪುರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟಿವ್, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಹಜಾರಿಬಾಗ್, ಇನ್ ದ ಸದರ್ನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರಾಂಚಿ ಪ್ಲೇಟಿವ್. ಹಜಾರಿಬಾಗ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟಿವ್, ರಾಂಚಿ ಪ್ಲೇಟಿವ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಐರನ್, ಮೆಗ್ನೀಷಿಯಂ, ಇವನ್ ಸಮ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಗೆಟ್ ಕೋಲ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಗೋಂದ್ವಾನ ಕೋಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತಾ, ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಅಂಡ್ ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಒಂದು ರಿವರ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹತ್ರವಾಗಿರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ದಟ್ ರಿವರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ ದಾಮೋದರ್. River Damodar. Okay, Damodar river ida adu it will split the Chota Nagpur plateau into two parts. That is, one is Hazaribagh plateau and the second one is Ranchi plateau. It is famous for minerals and coal deposits in India. Adralli peak, famous peak Parasnath peak. It is a giant word, Parasnath peak. Okay na, idralli Jharkhand alli iruttakanta Parasnath peak is a famous peak in our Chota Nagpur anta ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. You just take this diagram, one box ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, mark it as Chota Nagpur plateau. ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ you write Hazaribagh plateau. ಅದ್ರ ಕೆಳಗೆ ರಾಂಚಿ ಪ್ಲೇಟಿವ್, towards east of Chota Nagpur here we have a hill range called Rajmahal Hills. Rajmahal Hills. Okay, in Chota Nagpur you just mark like this and take it as Parasnath Hill. It is the highest peak in Chota. Okay. Last point, river Damodar flows. Then we have famous Deccan Plateau. Deccan Plateau. Deccan Plateau is large, inverted triangular shaped plateau. It is large, inverted triangular shaped plateau in South India. It is bordered by Western Ghats in the west, Eastern Ghats in the east, Satpura and Vindhyans in the north. It extends over, you should know this list. It is extended in 8 states: Maharashtra, Karnataka, Telangana, Andhra, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, and parts of Chhattisgarh. Okay, it extends over, at least you should know, 8 states. In options, they will give 6, 7, 8 and all. You just count from Gujarat till Kerala, or Tamil Nadu, you will miss the parts of Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. Okay, these two will be missed, and many of the students will answer it as 6. Okay, just know that Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh are also parts of Deccan Plateau. Okay. Major river draining the Deccan Plateau is Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri. Major rivers draining Deccan Plateau is Godavari, Krishna. Are this Gulbarga part of Deccan Plateau? Is this Gulbarga part of Deccan? Yes, Gulbarga is a part of Deccan. Not only Gulbarga, entire Karnataka region is a part of Deccan Plateau. Okay. One more thing, Deccan Plateau is rich source. See, imagine this is a Deccan Plateau. It is formed by eruption of basalt magma. When these magma solidified, it will form rocks called as igneous rocks. What are the rocks? Called as igneous rocks. Okay. Then the height of Deccan, which is for about 900 meters at the west, whereas towards the east it is 600 meters. It is sloping towards the east. Then famous river, as I said, it is also a rich source of minerals like iron, manganese, bauxite and coal we can find Deccan Plateau. Why Deccan is rich in source? Because of this magma. When magma is solidified, it is a rich source of minerals, many minerals. Oh, this completes the overview of plateaus. Then last plateau is Meghalaya Plateau. It is part of northeastern plateau. Meghalaya Plateau. In that Meghalaya, you should know only these three: Garo, Kashi, Jayantia. When they ask you to arrange from west to east, you should know this. Listen for 1 minute now. Here we have Meghalaya, okay? This is Meghalaya. Here we have Chota Nagpur. Above Chota Nagpur, we have Hazaribagh. At the right, we have Raj Mahal Hills. Below Chota Nagpur, what we have is Ranchi Plateau. Okay. After Raj Mahal Hills, we will get a fault here. Fault line is nothing but the place where plate boundary. It is fault line is nothing but it is a boundary between two plates. After Raj Mahal Hills, we have a fault called as Malda fault. Okay, this Malda fault. After this Malda fault, we have Plateau region fault, Meghalaya Plateau. Okay, just mention this. There is a Malda gap or Malda fault between Raj Mahal Hill and Garo Hills of Meghalaya. Garo Hills of Meghalaya. Then we have coastal plains. Peninsular India, coastal India. Oh. In that coastal plains, we have two important regions to learn. These plains, how are plains formed? Due to erosional activity of rivers. Okay. In that plains, coastal plains, we have different names given to different plains. For your objective type exams, you should know the names given to that. In Maharashtra, we have the plains called as coastal plains called as Konkan plains. Maharashtra, we have Konkan plains. In Karnataka, the plains are called as Kannada plains. In Kerala, the plains are called as Malabar plains. In Odisha region, we have Utkal plains. Whereas in Andhra, we have Sirkars. In Tamil Nadu, these plains are called as Coromandel plains. Coromandel plains. You should know these names. That's it. Enough. Okay. In Maharashtra, what the plains are called? Okay. Karnataka? Oh. Malabar plains are in Kerala. Utkal? Oh. Good. Sarkars or Sirkars? Andhra Pradesh. And last one, Coromandel plains in Tamil Nadu. Okay. Okay. I left with Gujarat. In Gujarat, the plains are called as Kutch and Kathiawar. Kutch is the first one, this part, Kutch region, and the second part is called Kathiawar. Okay. Now we have to learn the difference between Western coastal plains, Eastern coastal plains. Western coastal plains, they are from Gujarat, from here of Gujarat, Kutch region till the Kanyakumari. Okay, these are type of submergent. As I already said, these are type of submergent coastal plains. When we tell anything about plains, we should know some rivers which are forming these plains. Okay, which are the best flowing rivers? Already we dealt two rivers, which is good. Narmada. Next one. Good. Narmada, Tapi are the west flowing rivers in central India. Then we have many small west flowing rivers in the peninsular India. Okay, there are about 600 to 700 west flowing rivers, which are very small rivers that does not cover larger area. Hence, the names, there are multiple names for these western rivers. Important one being Sharavati. In Karnataka, we have Sharavati, Netravati. These are all west flowing rivers. Okay. Another one, the western coastal plains, they provide natural conditions to development of ports. Ports are nothing but Harbors where ships are placed, such natural conditions are present in western coastal plains. Compared to eastern coastal plains, they have very deep harbors because these are submerged coastal plains. They have very deep harbors. Hence, we have famous ports called as Kandla Port, Marmagovan Port, Mangalore, Cochin Port, and we are Karnataka famous port yaudappa? Mangalore, New Mangalore. Adellanu part of this western coastal plains. Eastern coastal plains, it's extend from here in Odisha, we have famous river called as Subarnarekha River. From there to Kanyakumari, eastern coastal plains emerges. These are extensive coastal plains, emergent coast. It is an emergent type of coast. It is extensive and wider than eastern coastal plains. You should know this word. It is wider. Eastern coastal plains are narrow. Eastern coastal plains are narrow because only this much is drained by the west flowing rivers. Whereas western coastal plains are narrow. Eastern coastal plains are broad because east flowing rivers carry large amount of sediment and they will deposit it in this emergent coast. Okay. In that, you should know some of the eastern coastal belt. This eastern coast is known or famous for formation of deltas. Deltas is a region where river drain into sea. While such draining, it will deposit some sediments forming rich deltas. Okay, such deltas are very much visible in eastern plains, whereas deltas are not visible in the western plains because in west flowing rivers they just form waterfalls. Okay, western ghats in the Ilibekadare they just form waterfalls rather than deltas, whereas eastern coastal plains are famous for their deltas. Such famous deltas are Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri delta. Then you should know three major lakes in the eastern plains. First one is Chilika Lake. In Odisha, we have Chilika Lake. Okay, Chilika Lake, Odisha. Then in Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu border, we have one lake called as Pulicat Lake. Lake Pulicat. Below that, we have Kolleru Lake, which is only in Kolleru Lake. It is in Andhra Pradesh. Okay, Pulicat and Kolleru. There are three famous lakes in the eastern coastal plains. One is Chilika, which is second largest lake in Asia. Then we have Pulicat Lake and we have Kolleru Lake. Okay, this completes two plains of east and west coast. Then we have desert. Are you feeling it faster? It is going fast. It's okay. Have to complete more. That's okay. Deserts. Okay. We have only one desert in India. That is Thar Desert. Okay. First, huh? Enappa? First definition of desert. Desert and any area which gains rainfall less than 50 centimeter. When the rainfall is less than 50 centimeter, such areas are called as arid regions or deserts. Okay. Sometimes you will get this word also. Semi-arid regions, we get rainfall 50 to 70 centimeter per annum. Any region which gets rainfall less than 50 centimeter is called desert region. In India, we have a famous desert region called as Thar Desert. Thar Desert. Where it is present, it is located in parts of Gujarat and Rajasthan. Majority in Rajasthan. If the statement comes, it is located only in Rajasthan, it is a wrong statement. Okay. It covers a parts of Gujarat and also Rajasthan. If the statement comes, it is only in India. Thar Desert is extended only in India, then also the statement is wrong. It extended 85%. Thar Desert has 85% of its extension in India, whereas 50% in Pakistan. You should know this, only this much. Okay. Apart from that, in desert, what we have flora and fauna, which we will cover in environmental classes. There are xerophytic plants, which is very much important. The features of these xerophytes are so important. Many questions have arisen from this that we'll discuss in environment lesson. For this class, you should know where is desert, what is the extension of desert. Okay. Table. Desert is an arid or semi-arid region. In India, we call it as Marusthali. India, we call it as Marusthali. The great Indian desert is called as Thar Desert. Thar Desert. It is located northwest of Aravalli. %85% of area lies in India. %15% in Pakistan. See how less the rainfall is. Deserts of India receive rainfall of 15 centimeter or less than 150 millimeters. Otherwise, if you tick the definition, that's enough. Okay. Anything else in desert? Okay. Luni is the only river draining the Thar Desert. Luni is the only river in this desert region. Okay. Then we have one important point. It is Bagha. This entire region is Thar. In this Thar, we have Luni. Okay. When some river is there, the water source will be high, right? If the river is flowing somewhere, the water, the rainfall, we can take it as higher rainfall. The parts which are towards the east of Luni get good amount of rainfall. When there are good amount of rainfall, can we say them as fertile? They are quite fertile compared to other parts of that. Such regions are called as Bagar regions. Such regions are called as Bagar regions of desert areas. Semi-arid region of Thar are called as Bagar. In that fertile lands, some are fertile lands, these are called as Rohi in local language. In Rajasthan, they call them as Rohi lands. Fertile lands of deserts are called as Rohi. Okay. This is location of Thar Desert. It has parts of Gujarat, Rajasthan, a few parts of Punjab Haryana, just minor parts of Punjab and Haryana is also covered, and few parts of Pakistan. Then last physiographic division, islands of India. We have islands of India. What are islands? How are these islands formed? Islands, simple definition of islands. Good. It is uprise land in between. Let us understand how these islands are formed. Do you know how islands are formed? What might be the reason for the formation of islands? Famous islands of India. One is Lakshadweep. Second one, Andaman and Nicobar. What is the capital of Lakshadweep? Do you know? It is called as Kavaratti. The capital of Andaman and Nicobar? Good, huh? It is Port Blair. Okay. This Andaman and Nicobar or its Lakshadweep, these are group of islands. These are group of islands. Okay. Now let us understand how these islands are formed. While taking the class related to oceanography, we have studied the ocean tachyometry or the ocean relief study. In that I have mentioned, imagine this is your coastline, this is the land. Okay, we have sea. If any underwater activity like volcanoes happen, they will form a ridge-like structure, ridge or mountain-like structure. Okay, if such mountains are tall enough to cross the mean sea level, they form islands. Okay, if the underwater activity of volcanic eruption, if the volcanoes are tall enough, they will be visible above mean sea level, forming our islands. Okay, our island formed due to underground volcanic. Saying so, in Andaman and Nicobar, we have two famous volcanoes because all these are from volcanic origin. Okay, be it Lakshadweep or Andaman and Nicobar, these are volcanic origin. In Andaman and Nicobar, we have two famous volcanoes. One is Barren and Narkondam. Two famous volcanoes in Andaman and Nicobar. You should know them. One is Barren, another one is Narkondam. Okay. Apart from this, what we have to learn from, there are some passages you should learn from here. Okay. In this, you can clearly get. From Andaman and Nicobar, we have three major island groups in Andaman. This is Andaman, okay? In entire Andaman, we have three major groups. First one is called as, it is not mentioned here, but first one is North Andaman, okay? First one is North Andaman. Next we have Middle Andaman. Then we have South Andaman. North, Middle and South Andaman. Below South Andaman, we have a small place which is continuous to Andaman. It is called as Little Andaman. Okay. Fourth one is Little Andaman. Here we have to learn one passage between South and Little Andaman. There is a passage called as Duncan Passage. The passage is called as Duncan Passage. The question will come. Duncan Passage is a passage between, they will give North Andaman, South, Middle, Little, and Nicobar and Little Andaman. You should know it is between South Andaman and Little Andaman. Then we have Nicobar Islands. Okay, this entire group are called Nicobar Islands. In Nicobar, between Little Andaman and Nicobar, we have a latitude passing that is 10-degree channel. That is called as 10-degree channel. Okay. Is this clear? Okay. That completes your Andaman. Then we have to move towards Lakshadweep. Okay. In Lakshadweep, we have 36 group of islands. In that, we have two major island groups. One is Lakshadweep Archipelago. Archipelago is nothing but it is a group. Okay. First one is Lakshadweep Archipelago. Below that, we have a small island called as Minicoy. Lakshadweep Archipelago is a group. Below that, we have Minicoy. Between these two, Lakshadweep Archipelago and Minicoy, we have a line separating them. This is called 9-degree channel. 9-degree channel separates which one? Mainland or Lakshadweep Archipelago with Minicoy. Okay. Then see, this is your, here we have Lakshadweep. Below Lakshadweep, we have island nation called as Maldives. Okay, this is your Maldives. Between our Indian Minicoy and Maldives, we have a degree channel passing. It is called 8-degree channel, which is the passage between Minicoy and Maldives. It is 8-degree channel. Okay, all the channels clear? There are 4 different things you should learn. One is 8-degree, another one is 9-degree, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 10-degree and Duncan passage. Okay, you should memorize them. There may be question in the match the following format or maybe single questions from each. Apart from this, in Andaman and Nicobar, you should know these are the island groups of 570 islands. Andaman and Nicobar has 570 islands. In the famous peak of Andaman is Saddle Peak. We have highest peak of Andaman called as Saddle Peak. Where is it located? It is located in the North Andaman region. Then you have represented these two in diagrammatic format. No need to write again. Okay. Okay, out of this 570, in only 38 islands we find human habitation. In other things, just there we have plants, animal, wildlife. In Lakshadweep, it is a group of 36 islands. Lakshadweep is a group of 36 islands. Only 10 are inhabited. In 10 islands, we found people living. In Lakshadweep Islands, we find something like this, like small islands. Around the islands, we have coral deposits forming coral atolls. ATOLS, okay. Lakshadweep is famous for coral atolls. What are corals? These are animals or creatures which can live in salt water. And they form association. They form mutual association, which you will get to know in your environment classes. As of now, Lakshadweep is famous for this coral atolls. Some of the important islands other than the islands which we studied now. These are the important islands which are formed due to rivers, riverine islands. These are also called as riverine islands. Okay. How are riverine islands formed? Say for example, this is our northeast. Here we have Brahmaputra river flowing. While Brahmaputra is flowing, some tributaries will come and join it, right? While some tributaries will join, all the sides are covered by water and middle part is left over. Such islands are called as riverine islands. Okay, when all the 4 sides are covered by water of river, there is some part left which is called as riverine islands. There are some important riverine islands in India which we can learn now. You can take this in the list format only. First is Abdul Kalam Islands. Abdul Kalam Islands, which is very much famous. It is located in Odisha. There are Okay. It is located in Odisha. What it is famous for? Abdul Kalam Islands. This is a famous wetland. Okay. It is a wetland. Just take down while I am saying Abdul Kalam Islands. It is formed between Brahmani and Baitharni River. Easterly we have two rivers. One is Brahmani, another one is Baitharni. ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಇದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಡಿಸ್ಸಾದಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಈ ಅಬ್ದುಲ್ ಕಲಾಂ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಉಡಾವಣೆಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ರಾಕೆಟ್ಸ್ ನ ಉಡಾವಣೆ ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಫೇಮಸ್ ವೆಟ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್. Second one is Nallabala Islands, which is also very famous. It is located in Chilika Lake, Odisha. ನಲ್ಲಬಾನ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಮೈಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ವಿಂಟರ್ ಸೀಸನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ಟೆಂಪರೇಟ್ ರೀಜನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಇರಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ವಾಸವಾಗ್ತವೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನಲ್ಲಬಾಲ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಓಕ್ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಕೊರಿಂಗಾ. ಗೋದಾವರಿಯ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟರಿ ಇದು. ಗೋದಾವರಿ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇದು ಬಂದು ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, ಈ ತರ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು. ಕೊರಿಂಗಾ ಅಂಡ್ ಗೋದಾವರಿಯ ಮಧ್ಯ ಓಪ್ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಓಪ್ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇನ್ ಆಂಧ್ರ ಪ್ರದೇಶ್. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಫೇಮಸ್ ಶ್ರೀಹರಿಕೋಟ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಶ್ರೀಹರಿಕೋಟ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆಂಧ್ರ ಪ್ರದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. ಇದು ಏನು ಫೇಮಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಉಡಾವಣೆಗೆ. ಶ್ರೀಹರಿಕೋಟ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಯರ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪುಲಿಕಟ್ ಲೇಕಿಗೆ ನಿಯರ್ ಇದೆ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಫೇಮಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಲಾಂಚಿಂಗ್. Then we have Pamban Islands. Pamban Islands ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ Gulf of Mannar. Where is Gulf of Mannar? Between India and Sri Lanka we have Gulf of Mannar. ಅಲ್ಲಿ Pamban Islands belongs to Tamil Nadu. ಈ islands belongs to Tamil Nadu. Okay. Then we have Willingdon Islands. Willingdon Islands ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೇರಳದಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಈಗ ಕೇರಳ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೇರಳದ ಹತ್ರ ಸಣ್ಣ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇದು ವಿಲಿಂಗ್ಡನ್ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್. ಬೆಂಬನಾಡ್ ಕೋಲ್ ಲೇಕ್ ಅಂತ ಅದ್ರ ನಿಯರ್ ವಿಲಿಂಗ್ಡನ್ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲಿಯಾ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಜವಾಹರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಕೋಕೋನಟ್ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಸಾಲ್ಸಟ್ಟೆ ಅಥವಾ ಕೋಕೋನಟ್ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಮಹಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ. ಈ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಕೋಕೋನಟ್ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ನನಗ್ ಬೇಕು, ಸಾಲ್ಸಟ್ಟೆ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ನನಗ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ತುಂಬಾ ಯುದ್ಧಗಳಾಗ್ತವೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್. ಸಂಜಯ್ ಗಾಂಧಿ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಕೂಡ ಇದೆ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನೋನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಬಯೋಡೈವರ್ಸಿಟಿ. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. ಅದು ಸಾಲ್ಸಟ್ಟೆ ಫೇಮಸ್. Apart from these, we have one more famous island which is not listed here. It is called as Majuli Islands. ಮಜುಲಿ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಸ್ಸಾಂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. ಅಸ್ಸಾಂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ರಿವರೈನ್ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ದೊಡ್ಡ ರಿವರೈನ್ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಜುಲಿ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, okay. This completes your entire physiography of India. Okay, try to solve few questions. This is not 80, it is actually 80. There is no degree. 80 degree. 80 degree, 4 minutes north. Yeah. What I have to say in this question is, while giving you the notes, I said India starts from this point, like 6 degree. Okay. In this question, they are asking from Kanyakumari. Kanyakumari, it is starting at 8 degree, 4 minutes. If you draw the map, you just take down this also. From Kanyakumari, if we calculate, it starts from 8 degree, 4 minutes north. Eight degree, 4 minutes. The answer is B, 37 degree, 6 minutes. What is the approximate of area of India in terms of million kilometers square? 3.28. It stands at which position in the world? 7th left. In terms of total land area, what is India's rank in the world in the list of largest country? This is 7th. You should know other also. First one is Russia. Take down this list. First one is Russia. Second one, Canada. Third, China. Fourth, US. Fifth, Brazil. Sixth, Australia. Seventh is India. With which country India's longest international boundary? Yeah, with Bangladesh. In this question, you take down the kilometers also. India with Bangladesh shares the land boundary width of about 4,096 kilometers. With China, 3,488. Second largest boundary is with China. Third with Pakistan. Fourth with Nepal, 1,754. Fifth with Myanmar, 1,643. Sixth with Bhutan, 699. Seventh, Afghan, only 106 kilometers. If any question given like arrange the following countries based on the land boundary they shared with India, you have to know this. In which state of dash the general direction of Himalayas is from southwest to northeast? Southwest, in the sense this is southwest, right? Southwest to northeast. In Arunachal Pradesh, exactly right. Which is the outermost layer of Himalayas? Outermost layer of Himalayas. Sorry. Okay, outer Himalayas. This is trans. This is inner Himalayas. Greater Himalayas are called as inner Himalayas. Then we have middle Himalayas. Middle Himalayas are also called as lesser Himalayas. Then we have Shivaliks, which is called as outer Himalayas. Okay. Inner, don't get confused with this. Inner Himalayas are called as greater Himalayas. At Nilgiri Hills, we have joining point of Eastern and Western Ghats. Mount Abu is a hill station located in Vindhyans, Satpura, Aravali and Sahyadri. Vindhyans. It is Mount Abu is a hill station located in Guru Shikhar. Where do you find Guru Shikhar? Avagla barsuvaga Guru Shikhar anta ondu hatra barsidda. It is a peak in Guru Shikhar is a tall peak in which hill range? That is the answer. Hills, peninsular hills ಮಾಡುವಾಗ first hill range ಅದು. Starts with letter A. It is Aravali. Guru Shikhar is a peak in Aravali. ಆ Guru Shikhar peak ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಈ ಮೌಂಟ್ ಅಬು ಇರೋದು. ಮೌಂಟ್ ಅಬು ಇಸ್ ಫೇಮಸ್ ಟೂರಿಸ್ಟ್ ಡೆಸ್ಟಿನೇಷನ್. ಯಾರು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವರು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಕುಮಾರಿ ಅಂತ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಕುಮಾರಿ ವೈಟ್ ಸ್ಯಾರಿ ಉಟ್ಟು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮೌಂಟ್ ಅಬು ಫೇಮಸ್. ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರಿಪ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ. Sagar Mata is the Nepali name of Mount Everest. Mount Everest, they will comment as Sagar Mata. In which part of India are the Patkai Bum Hills located? Patkai Bum. No idea. Take out the page where you written hills of northeast regions. Purvanchal. In Purvanchal, you have taken Assam, Arunachal Pradesh. Between Assam and Arunachal, we have this range called Spatkaiba. Have you written that in Arunachal? Can you read out the hills in Arunachal? In Purvanchal ranges. That is very much important. Here it is. In Arunachal Pradesh, we have Patkaiba. Which of the following is not part of Meghalayan plating? D option. Yeah. This Garo, Kashi, Jayantia are the part of Meghalaya. Can you name them in an order from west to east?
First Garo, second Kashi.
Good. First Garo, Kashi, and Jayantia. Palamu is part of southern Indian hills. Okay. Which of the following pairs is correct? Okay, I have not dealt in detail about this passes because they are taking too much time. Can you guess? At least make a guess. It is hard, right? Boomdila. Boomdila. Rohtang Pass is famous. It is located in Himachal. Lipulek in Uttarakhand. Bumla and Boomdila. There is another one called as Arunachal. We have another one famous. Boomla. It is also in Arunachal. Nathula is in Sikkim. And another one, Jalifla, is also a famous pass of Sikkim. I can expect question from this Rohtang Pass because recently tunnel has opened. It is always in news. Rohtang Pass will be always in news. Which state? Longest coastline. Whether it is Kerala, Gujarat, Odisha, or Maharashtra. Good. Last question of the day. Andaman is separated from Nicobar by which water body? Okay. Can you tell the... This is north, middle, South Andaman. Then we have Little Andaman. We have Nicobar. What it is present here as?
That open passage.
Duncan passage. And the one?
10-degree channel.
10-degree channel. Where is 8-degree channel located? It is between? No. 8-degree channel is between Lakshadweep and Maldives or Minica and Maldives. Between India and Maldives. Where is 9-degree located?
Minica and Lakshadweep.
Okay, this is clear. These are actually the questions, previous year questions of SSC exams, okay? The questions which are simpler, but you have to revise more. These factual things you have to revise more. Okay, that's it for today. Tomorrow I will discuss with them whether they want me to cover river systems or the climatic regions and so on. Okay. Tomorrow 2 hours of session for geography. Remaining I will go with environment.